Good evening, there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lenovo AMD Streamer Showdown in association with Reliance Digital. I'm your host, Assassin47. On the desk with me is none other than Crips, and we are here to deliver the Apex Legends Streamer Showdown action to you guys as well. So, Crips, how are you feeling about this, buddy?
I'm pretty excited. This is the first time I'm going to be casting Apex Legends, and we have some really cool people over here who are going to be joining us today on this stream. A bunch of really popular names from every discipline of the gaming industry and varied backgrounds as well. So there are some people who come in from a CS:GO stream, some people come in from a PUBG background, and a lot of other people come in here, and it's going to be one hell of a game. And most of these players don't originally come from an Apex Legends backgrounds, but they're here to have some fun anyway.
Definitely. I mean, the top 16 streamers out there in the country as well are going to be battling it out today. Let's take a look at the streamers as well that are going to be taking part in the Lenovo AMD Streamer Showdown in association with Reliance Digital today. So starting off, we have got Scout, OP, Xback, Bloodline, Meow 16K, Fatu, Binks, Lord Batura, Mackle, Pile Gaming, Sherlock, Sway, Beck for Mercy, Pinkses, Rebel, Mafia, and Stabby. Crips, what do you think about this star-studded lineup? The top 16 streamers out there in the country.
Yeah, all of these guys are really popular and really good at video games as well. But I think I'm pretty excited to see Axe back over here because this guy is the one person who hails from the Apex Legends backgrounds. He is a predator, one of the top 500 players in Asia. So that definitely gives him quite a lot of advantage. Even Bloodline happens to be a damn good player. So I think Axpack and Bloodline over here will really rack up the kill feed, and everyone else might just have to gang up on them and somehow try to stop them. Scout also has been grinding Apex quite a lot, but he comes from a PUBG background, a battle royale background. He's going to be able to use that game sense from PUBG and hopefully be able to use it in Apex Legends as well. Hopefully, it will be relevant as over here. But does he have as much firepower and experience as Axpac does? Not so sure, because Axpac literally is one of the best players in Asia right now, not even India anymore. So I think that guy will be the one to look out for. Everyone else have shown and proven their mettle in many different games.
And trust me, I mean, I know for a fact that Scout has been performing as well in Apex Legends from quite some time now. Even on his streams, you would see him grind some Apex, put up these championship as well. And I know for a fact that the last time we had a streamer showdown, Scout he did go ahead and win out a specific match. There was Isle Gaming as well, who walked away with a win in a match. So yeah, all of these streamers they definitely might have improved from the last time we did an Apex Legends streamer showdown, and today they are here once again to show us who exactly is going to go ahead and take away that massive chunk of prize pool. Talking about prize pool, let's take a look at the prize pool as well for the Lenovo AMD Streamer Showdown. I mean, amazing prices to be taken away as well from these streamers. And talking about prices, by the way, you audience, you viewers can go ahead and sign up for the giveaway as well. Legion Gaming Mouse and Reliance Digital coupons are up for grabs. The link can be found down in the description below, so please go ahead and sign up for the giveaway. And yeah, Chris, I feel like we are gonna be seeing a lot of Apex Legends action today from all of these streamers, because I do remember for a fact that the last time we saw them, they already were at that medium to high level kindish, and now they have just made the grind for the entire week. I've been seeing all of these streamers, stream Apex Legends, and they're grinding on Apex Legends as well. And I even remember Sway going ahead and starting up the stream early today as she was opening up more than 100 Apex packs. Well, good luck for her to be finding a heirloom. But anyways, that is what she was aiming for, a heirloom. Have you had the chance of getting a heirloom, Chris?
You think I'm that lucky? I've opened like around 300 packs now, but I still don't have that much. I mean, I barely have a couple of gold skins, and that too for Caustic, a legend that I don't even play.
Hmm. Interesting, but yeah, if you take a look at my inventory, though, it's not that great. I usually don't go ahead and open up Apex packs. I do tend to get some, but I've only managed to get some rare items. That's it. Nothing more than that. I've never actually got my hands on a legendary, so I am quite unlucky in that manner as well. But I thought that maybe you, because you've been grinding Apex quite some time now, I thought that you might have got your hands on a legendary.
Nah, man, I don't happen to be that lucky. But honestly, I don't really care about skins as much. I mean, in the words of Revenant, these are just a bunch of skin bags, and I just want my kills. That's it.
All right. Well, the streamers are gonna ask for the same as well. All they want is skills, and all they want is to put up the big win as well. So, what do you think? Like, so we're gonna be jumping into the map of World's Edge, season 6 World's Edge, by the way. And I know for a fact that you have a tiny little bit of information here and there to give out the map itself. So, tell me, how exactly do you think is the match entirely gonna be like? Because we know for a fact that the match is ready. So I just wanted to, quickly get some information out of you so that we can jump straight into the match as well.
So we're gonna be playing the season 6 World's Edge map over here. Now, here's the funny part. I don't think any of these streamers have had access to this map. In the regular game, you had the legacy event where you could play the season 3 World's Edge, or you could play the season 9 World's Edge. Season 6, that map was only available for a brief period of time and was only accessible to the people who were actually playing the game at that time. It was somewhere in 2019. So I don't know if these players, had the opportunity to. No, sorry, not 2019, somewhere in 2020 or along that time period. So if these players were playing the game at that time, then sure, they must have had some experience of season 6. Other than that, I don't think they've had this opportunity to explore this map. So let's just jump right
Yep.
into it.
Yep, let's just jump straight into the match as well as all of the streamers are getting ready to dive from their ships. So we're going to be heading on over towards a quick ad. We're going to be right back with the message from our sponsors. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to be jumping straight into the map. And Crips, please go ahead and take it away.
Oh my goodness, this seems to be a very even dropship path as it cuts right through everything. So basically all the areas are accessible. I guess teams probably won't be going to Dome because it's too far away. But let's see where these players are deciding to head over. Fragment definitely happens to be the sweatiest place on the whole map. I'm seeing only 2 teams over here, not even 2 teams, they just disappeared off that edge. So there's only 1 team in Fragment. That was very unexpected, honestly. And I didn't think that all these teams were trying to avoid battles right at the start. We've got 1 team going into Geyser. I guess that's going to be Stabby's team. Scout is heading towards Lava City. We have Mackel's team inside of Fragment. I believe Axpack's team is going to count down. And where is everyone else? Pile Gaming is heading towards Dome. So they did actually make it there. It was a very long journey,
Yeah.
but they made it over there nonetheless. 8-Bit Mafia's team inside the tree. And surprisingly, no early game battles. I expected quite a lot.
Yeah, I was expecting someone to be dropping in over towards the train yard as well, but nobody actually
Yeah.
made their way over towards train yard. Actually, just gonna straight up go into countdown, because countdown is a place where you can find high tier loot, right, Crips? And I feel like that all of these teams is gonna try and get their loots in and take the early fights here.
Yeah. Let's see which one of these teams decides to pick up the first fight. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Apex Legends is, at least the pubs and the ranked games that I play, happen to be super sweaty. Oh my god. You start one fight, and 5 teams will converge upon you. That has been my Apex experience in World's Edge so far. I'm not sure if that will be the case over here in this tournament as well. Let's see how often do these teams decide to fight each other, how often do they decide to third party, or how passively they play. I mean, wouldn't be surprised if they decide to go for something like that either.
Interestingly, for now though, it is going to be Team Bloodline in front of your screens, trying to get all of that, all of the blue skin items as well. Gonna get their rare parts, and ooh, interestingly, Meow16K has found herself, she has found herself a blue armor as well. That's nice, isn't it? She can just
Yeah.
go ahead and get that next upgrade in about with about 300 damage, I guess.
Yeah, but the remaining players are on white shields. That's okay. I do believe Mackle's team will have quite a lot of advantage because they're alone in Fragment. This is the best place to loot. Of course, the second best place to loot, I mean, the best place to loot, obviously, always happens to be your enemy's death box.
Yeah. I feel like that, you know, Team Mackle has always been that that explosive, aggressive team as well. So I feel like that with them just getting the high tier loots just makes them more and more powerful. Because we know for a fact that Prudge on that Octane, the guy is just a monster when it comes down to, you know, using the jump pad and then just jumping around the map,
Yeah.
getting all of these kills. Last
Oh,
time
yeah.
I do remember that he had an R15 and he actually just used the jump pad and straight up dived into the face of one of the other streamers as well, and he just instantly got that kill.
Meow16's team is probably the only team that is actually following the meta. They've got Meow16K herself on the Bloodhound, that's a scanner. They've got a Gibraltar in their team so that the resets can come through, and an Octane as extra guy. All right, it seems like we have the first battle on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We see Lord Bathura's team engaging with Krat. And Krat also happens to be one of our friendly casters. I believe he's probably going to be playing an Axpack's team, I guess. But I could be wrong over here. Medusa, she gets 2, instantly finishing off Krat as well. This could be interesting over here. We can see Meow16K, but I do believe Lord Bathura's team is the one who's in a little bit of trouble over here. Fight has come to a standstill for now. Let's see how often will these guys decide to re-engage after taking a little break.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing the map, you know, pop out in front of your screens as well, and you guys are going to be able to see that fight happening live towards the center of the map as well, where Team Lord Bathura, they did get into that engagement, and I feel like that that Krat got taken down as well. He got knocked out, and
Yeah.
I feel though as if Praj is in a little bit of a trouble himself. But ooh, interestingly, Mackle is going to be the one to try and get something done. Praj just go ahead and you know, confirm that particular kill. Get in some of these Evo shields and try and maybe, you know, get control over this part of the map.
Yeah, but Mackle's team is camping this thermal station tower right now. It does look like one of those towers that you see on thermal station, except it's not over there. This is towards the northern parts of the map, just outside of Epicenter. Are they trying to disengage, or are they trying to find a way upstairs? Because so far, Lord Bathura is kind of stationed up here, and he can stay in here for a long time, except if they try to go in via the jump pads. And Northern Breeze with that EVA 8, he's popping off heads. Oh, runs out of ammo at the worst time possible. Mackle will disengage, but his teammates should be able to go back up there. And Lord Bathura's skill has been confirmed. The captain himself is down. Even Sway's in a little bit of trouble over here. Bio Gaming's team is also trying to fight someone else, and Bio herself has been down. There's so many fights happening at the same time, but we see the first team going out, and I believe it is Lord Batura whose team will fall over here on top of this tower as Mackle takes them down. So, they've got plenty of damage, upgraded purple shields, and they should have control of this entire northwestern sector of the circle. I'm sorry, northeastern sector of the circle. Meanwhile, I did see Pyle's team also get into a fight, so kind of excited to see where that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, 2 squads are already out, right? We've got 14 squads left, and I feel like that Team Lord Bathura, well, they kind of did not have that advantage against the fight that they took. Like, they did not have the best of the weapons, if I'm not wrong. And look at Team Mackle, just all on purple Evos. And I feel like that Praj is just going to further keep on going and upgrading his shields. Maybe even a red, for God's sake.
Uh-oh, Axe back. The Apex Predator, he's found Pinksys. And they're going to be able to confirm the kills as well. A double kill for Axpac also happens. Where is this fight even happening? They're on the verge of knocking out that entire team. And this might just be very, very crucial. There you go. They've been eliminated before we can even switch to them. The fight begins and ends in a matter of seconds. Axpac's team also up a couple of kills right now. So teams are starting to drop like flies over here. We went from 16 to 11 real quick.
For now, though, it is going to be Prudge to go ahead and ping out that ultimate accelerant, and we're going to be seeing the team trying to keep on further looting in and around this region. Round 1 is going to be closing in about 30 seconds, Clips, and with round 1 coming to an end, right, with the first zone trying to just go ahead and shrink down across the map, we only have 11 squads left. So I did tell you, right, most of the streamers, they kind of tend to move in aggressive, take early fights, not having the proper set of loot. And that, I feel like, is a little bit of a disadvantage for them as well. And they're going to, match number 1 is sort of going to be taken as a warm-up game. It's a game where, all of these streamers are just going to try and figure out as to what are the tendencies coming out from each other. And after taking the fight with Mackle, Lord Bathura, they definitely are going to be aware of the fact that early on, we're not supposed to face off against these behemoths.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lord Bathura, Pink says, those two teams got into a little bit of trouble. And we saw them getting wiped off the face of the earth. At least Lord Bathura was able to put up a fight. But this time, we've got Mackle's team, and they're all inside that protection. They will be sent back to their totems, but they have another chance of re-engaging without even healing up. They're going to try to get back into the action right off the bat. Northern Breeze does manage to pop off a medkit, and Mackle has only a bunch of syringes to work with, but no problem. They have caused enough damage to the opponent team, and they should be able to find them once again, unless the opponents decide to fall back from this area. And they might just have climbed up the epicenter hills. Yep, there you go. They're falling back, and it seems like Mackle's team has quite a lot of distance cover before they can finally re-engage.
Wow, interestingly, we see a caustic here as well, right? Not in Team Mackle, by the way. There is a caustic somewhere. I did see the poison coming out as well from the barrel, so yeah, I feel like that some team has a caustic in their side.
Yeah. Axpac's team is also present on epicenters. They must have definitely heard Team Mackle go up against the team with the caustic, but they haven't found anyone yet. Let's see what happens, as they don't even reveal anyone on scan. They know that there will be one team at the bottom of epicenter where the most loot is concentrated, but Mackle's team has tried to get out of there. In fact, at this point, they might just be able to engage with Axpac's team, because both of these teams are now on the high ground, and they're both looking for the caustic team. We don't know which team that is yet, but we will find out soon enough. Or we will find out who's the stronger team between Axpac and Mackle. It seems like they have found Prudge. They're right underneath them. They will be able to spot them out really soon if they get close. But, yeah, so far, Mackle's team, they're now starting to enter into Fragment, and Axpac's team still hasn't found them yet. They literally just walked past each other. But that's okay. These teams will face each other sometime or the other. Currently, they're still on the outskirts. So, I mean, it's not even like they're trying to hide. They are actively looking for fights. But Sway's team has managed to scan the ring and get into the fourth circle as well.
Look at Juzo. He spotted everyone out, and see, there's the caustic. There's the caustic that I was talking about.
Yeah, but
it is Nexus Abbey was the caustic.
Yeah. So these guys have reached the village area towards the east of Fragment, and now they're getting assaulted, I believe, by Mackle's team, because that was the only team that was close enough to this area.
Interesting, isn't it? Beast of the Hunt being activated by Sway, and I feel like that might just have been a little bit of an adventurous move right there, because they're just going to be sandwiched inside of this room. And look at Sway taking damage, and she's going to be knocked out as well. Oh no, this is a disaster, and the caustic's poison is just going to go off, and I feel like that Grudge is going to be the one to go ahead and take down Nexus Abhi. Team Mackle might just clear up the entire building and take care of Team Sway, as Northern Breeze is going to open up a teleporter, Chris.
Yeah, Northern Breeze, he's activated a portal and put it a little outside, because as soon as they manage to finish off Juzo's team, Axeback's team might just be able to hunt them down. It's actually not Axeback, it's Sherlock's team who's trying to get in on this action. We did see Axeback's team also near fragments, so they might come into fourth party on this fight. The third party action has for now been avoided, as somehow Mackle's team has managed to regroup, recuperate, and heal themselves back up. So they're prepared for this third party. But will they be prepared for fourth? Not so sure. Well, Sherlock's team does disengage. They put down the jump pads and move towards the gap inside the hills. And they're moving towards the southern edge of the circle. So they're moving in the opposite direction of where the next circle is going to be in. I believe it's because they might have spotted out Mafia's team as well. And yes, they have. Mafia's team gets scanned. Who's going to be their opponents for now?
Let's go over here.
Team Mafia, they're still looking around the area. They're still trying to get some information, and they finally have it. Sonar has detected a couple of players, and it's going to be Team Mafia to just go ahead, push it on top of that. Ultimate as well coming in from Flixie. And I feel as if Team Mafia, they might have just gone ahead and took down Ankita C.
Oh, Ankita C in a little bit of trouble over here. She has moved down, but her teammate still alive. Vega manages to pull off an entire finisher on her, which means he's going to have all the shields back. Oh, first time to go for a heal. But both the teams using their death protections have expired right now. Sherlock does manage to get the kill on the Flea. But while that's happening, semi-automatic, he's the one who's shooting down Mafia's team. And now Sherlock is looking for her opponents. But they're getting assaulted by someone else. Nice. Another team on the verge of arriving over here as Macro team smell the blood, and here comes the third party. Plenty of damage dished out, but the return fire is here. Grudge almost dying over there. Survives by the skin of his teeth. His teammates need to protect him. No that protection available right now, which means these guys are going to have to go balls out and face each other right now. Trying to escape. Northern Breeze will be able to activate his Q and get the hell out of there for now, but they can always circle around the other side of this hill. Mackle's team, they are also trying to show up. This is the fourth party situation over here, and so many teams are fighting over here right now. Assassin, this is an absolute mess. Somehow Mackle does lose his life, but his teammates are still alive, and they're in a safe place. Relatively safe place, should I say, because they are definitely not out of danger just yet. They decide to move away from this area. A mobile respawn beacon has been deployed, which means Mackle can be brought back to life. But as soon as they see that dropship up on top, every team will converge upon their location.
That's right, everyone will try and hunt down the entire Team Mackle, whereas on the other side, we are going to be seeing Team Axeback. We're going to be taking on that fight, and I feel like that the startup guy on YouTube is going to find the frag on towards Devil Corner. My oh my, utility usage 100, isn't it? The way we have been seeing all of these grenade kills, thermite kills coming in from all of these players. Startup guy on YouTube going to be using up the shotgun gun up close and personal. Take down, watch this, and Axeback is going to take care of Emotional Mercy. Team Axeback, they are still up and alive and kicking, and they are wrecking heads. They're taking down the entirety of all of these squads, trying to take control of this building, trying to make something happen here. The Northern Breeze off your screens is going to take care of Saktalonda.
Yep. Keep in mind that Axeback's team was fighting against Meow16k, and Meow16k's team just escaped that deadly crossfire between Mackle, Sherlock, and Mafia. Those three teams are fighting on the southern border. Somehow, they escaped. Meow16's team was the fourth party. They managed to escape, but they went into the crosshairs of Axeback's team. So, no means no. If you get out of one fight, you will die to the other. Mackle has been revived, but unfortunately Sherlock has died right now. Great shot by semi-automatic as he manages to knock down Shreya. And there's no backup, no trades coming from them as well, which means semi-automatic will have plenty of time to get this thing back. Maybe there is a respawn beacon over here as well. Yes, there is. There definitely is. But I think many teams will be trying to race to that respawn beacon. In fact, they might not even get a chance to go over there because Mackle's team is already over here and they're trying to siege them.
Yeah, look at Team Mackle. They are just trying to sandwich them inside of this building. They're trying to take him down. And that is going to be Northern Breeze trying to get some information by climbing on top of the doors, climbing on top of the walls, trying to just make his move inside of the first floors. And that is going to be Team Mackle rushing in. Mackle taking down Ultimate Noob. Northern Breeze comes in as well, takes down Semi-Automatic, and the entire squad is wiped. 5 squads left now, Crips, and I feel like that Team Mackle, they might just take it away with their momentum now.
Jesus, that was disgusting. The L-Star and Peacekeeper combination, it's perfect for choking teams as they're trying to rush you in. Those narrow corridors inside of Fragment City, yeah, they become death traps when you've got a guy with an L-Star who's just spraying you down. And Mackle is the new kill leader now with 4 kills. That's amazing. This means that he's got the entirety of Fragment under his control. The remaining 5 squads are all scattered, some of them near the hillside. Scout's team hasn't seen too much action just yet. But now that Scout has scanned one of his opponents inside village, he might just engage with them. But there is another team also present over here, so maybe they would want to hold on to their horses for now because they've got the circle advantage.
I feel like the Team Scout right now, they're gonna try their absolute best to, keep that vantage point to themselves, keep that particular angle to themselves as well. They really don't want to lose this. This is a very, very good spot for them to just, try and wait for these teams to make their rotations. And as soon as they're trying to make these rotations, we're going to be seeing Team Scout with that vantage point, sniping and taking down all of these players with their high-end scopes as well. Now the Scorpion doesn't have a great scope, and the entire Team Scout, they really don't have a sniper in their hands as well, so that they can just, snipe these guys out. I always love to see a sniper coming out as well from the side of Team Scout, because the last time we did see Team Scout go up against all of these streamers, Team Scout right sniping as well. And ooh, Team Mackle, the ring is closing in, and there's another party right inside of that ring. This is gonna be Axpac to take care of Praj, and I feel like the Northern Breeze is gonna try and revive Praj. Praj is gonna come back to life, and I feel like the Team Mackle, they don't really have enough room to work around with. It might just be the entirety of Team Axpac to go ahead and take care of Team Mackle. But there you go, the startup guy on YouTube, he comes in and takes care of Paraj, and with that, Team Mackle are going to be going down.
Mackle has just one player surviving. Northern Breeze over here hoping that somebody or the other will try to third party on Axpac's team, but Axpac is melting the third party as well. Praj has been completely finished off, which means he's got no chance of recovering their banners. I think Northern Breeze is just gonna have to run and rat over here to keep himself alive, and he is trying to get away from this area as well. No recovering the banners. He can try it, but he just revealed his position. He's gonna queue out, hoping to get inside the house. He is deliberately giving away his position, hoping to draw in the other teams as well. He has information on Scout's position, so he's hoping that Scout's team will get outside, but I don't think they will ever move. They've got one of the best positions. Not anymore, because the next circle has just gone in the favor of Northern Breeze, but he's in a 1 versus 2 situation over here. Axpac, startup guy. He's gonna silence, which means now no more queuing out for the Wraith. And they're using the respawn beacon this late in the game. This could be disastrous. If Fat Monster comes back online, they will have so many scans, but that's the cost of trying to res your teammate. Startup guy has been knocked out by Northern Breeze. This man is also one of the most dangerous players in the country. I had the pleasure of playing with him once, and I got absolutely rolled. But Axpac now in a 1v1. Northern Breeze versus Axpac, and Northern Breeze will be able to clutch this out. If he can stop the guy from coming down, no! He might just be able to pull it off! A 1 versus 3 clutch! Northern, you monster! He wipes out Axpac's team and keeps his dream alive!
My goodness, Northern Breeze. Well, definitely was a breeze for him to go ahead and take down 3 players on that team, but my oh my, did not expect that to come out from the side of Northern Breeze, as the guy has got himself full-plated shields as well. It's really goddamn good. He's loaded up, he's decked up, and he's ready to take on Team Mackle to that champion spot.
He can hear footsteps directly underneath him right now.
Yeah.
He probably won't engage. He shouldn't. He's got the advantage on this high ground over here, and nobody can really take shots at him. Oh, he has been detected, but how do you initiate onto him? Oh, now you can initiate death protection plus jump pad. That is basically the call for them to converge on him. Scout's team finally leaving their caves and getting outside. They've only got one player to take care of, but there are still 3 teams left, which means I believe it might just be a 1v1v3 situation over here for everyone.
Yeah, it is a 1v1v3 because Scout, all the players from the side of Team Scout are alive, right? So I feel like that Team Scout, they might just, try and search out for Northern Breeze. They're going to try and get this dangerous player out of the region, out of this particular match. And there you go.
Uh-oh.
They're going to be finding someone out, and it's going to be Team Scout to just try and rush in on top of that ultimate. Easy's Live is going to go ahead and take care of Begum. With that, it all comes down to Northern Breeze in a 1 versus 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Northern Breeze is going to try and take care of the Revenant, but no, not going to happen as Team Scout. They're going to be your champions for match number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Team Scout as they are going to go ahead and prove everyone who's the ultimate boss.
Battle Royale Sense coming in clutch over here as Scout basically held down those caves area for the entirety of the game. And he was safe over here, safe from all the third parties, safe from all the action, and he decides to pop out at the best time possible. Once he knew that his team has all men alive and every other team is booted, bruised, and broken, yeah, he decided to get outside and finish everyone off, activated the death protection, jumped up on top of the house, and they first found North. But North, my god, this man, his map awareness is so big brain plays coming out from this guy. He was just basically making them run around, playing ring around the rosies with Scout's team, and somehow he was able to outlive Begum and get his team into second place.
The best part is that, the entirety of Team Scout, they just brought in this high IQ battle royale classic strategy where you would try and survive. Survival is definitely the name of the game, and you have to be the last team standing. Team Scout, they did not fret to do that. They went ahead and let all of these other streamers, all of these other players just take on shots at each other. And when the right time comes, they came out of the shadows, went ahead and took down this 1 versus 1 versus 3 situation where Team Scout had the upper advantage. They had the man advantage. They went ahead and performed on top of that man advantage as well. Amazing strategy coming out from the side of Team Scout. Let's take a look at it once again in the match highlights. As we are going to be jumping straight into some of the moments from this particular match. That is match number 1. And Crips, I want to ask you this. What do you think went wrong for the side of Team Lord Batura? Because I felt as if they had the upper hand. They had a lot going on for them. But I feel as if the loot wasn't enough for that position.
It's not even about the loot. When you've got grenades and people, all of them trying to get up on you, and plus you've got so many directions to look in, there's not much that you can do anyway. Plus, Eva 8's up close and personal at that range. Yeah, that's just disastrous. Even Juzo's team, and sorry, Sway's team over here, they had a tough time because they were being bombarded with all those grenades. And yeah, at one point, when you've got so many grenades coming up on you, there's not much that you can do to stay alive, especially when you're capped up inside that house.
True that. Completely agree. And I feel like that, Team Sway as well, they kind of invited death to themselves by just trapping themselves inside of their house and, going ahead and announcing their presence, using the caustic and using the grenades and taking some pot shots as well onto players that they spotted out. So I feel as if, they should have just tried and get out of that building, but they were not able to. The thermites just kicked in and the grenades took them down. And it's kind of unfortunate. We saw a lot of grenade kills, by the way, in this particular match. So I'm very happy with the utility usage coming out of all of these streamers.
Yeah, grenades to take care of Team Sway. I mean, they did have a caustic which should have been good enough to defend, but there's really not much that you can do in that situation. I love this fight, by the way. Mackle's team going up against Axpac, one of the strongest competitors in this entire tournament, and Axpac had death protection too, but North was able to just jump around everyone. Look at the movement on this guy, so crisp, so fast. And poor Fat Monster, he did not have enough ammo, I guess, because he just dropped down, and after that, he only had his, melee attacks. He tried to win against North, but he was able to clutch out that 1 versus 3. Really good stuff by Northern and Freeze over there. I mean, after that, he went down to Scout's team, but that's completely fine. A 1 versus 3, 6 kills, and the second place finish, that is much more than what Mackle's team could have asked for. Even Begum did a really good job of keeping the flag of Team Mafia alive for as long as possible. So these 2 star players were the real highlights over here. Scout's team, of course, calculated, risk-taking approach. They did lock themselves into the caves and they didn't participate in a lot of early game fights, but they were actively monitoring everything. They were gathering information on everyone. And it's not like these guys were just holding back. Nah, they were just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. They were taking pot shots as well so that they could make sure that their purple armors get upgraded to red Evo shields and all. But it wasn't enough because like 750 points of damage is not really possible. So that's okay. But they were able to win the first game, so that's going to be great. I mean, kudos to Scout, kudos to Mackle, both of them getting top two positions. Even Mafia's team, I actually appreciate Mafia's team and Begum a lot because they were the ones who are, engaged in that messy three-way affair. They were battling Team Sherlock. I think they were also battling. There was one more team. I keep forgetting who that name was. There was just so
Sherlock
much going on.
and I guess it
Sherlock and Mafia were
was
there, but then there was
there
one
was
more team.
Meow 16K. No.
N- Was it Meow? I'm not
Yeah,
really sure,
Meow
man.
16K. Yeah, we had Meow 16K in front of our eyes for about a few minutes, and Meow 16K did take a fight alongside Team Sherlock, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So there was a
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
over there
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember,
Yeah,
remember. Yeah, Meow's team was over there,
yeah.
and then they ran away. But unfortunately, they ran towards the northern side of the circle
Remember?
where Axpax
Yeah,
team was waiting for them.
remember Team Xbox went ahead and took down Ankita as well. So that
Yeah.
was, yeah,
Yes, that was the third team.
that was
Exactly.
the
There were
third team.
four teams present over there.
Yeah.
So Mafia, Sherlock, Ankita C, Meow 16K, that messy four-way affair. Meow 16K team, they ran away, and unfortunately, that was like a situation of, out of the
Yeah.
frying pan and into the fire. You escape that one fight, but you land into another one. You end up in an Xbox team. So that was there. And other than that, Mafia managed to survive that messy four-way team battle. So good stuff by Begum as well. So I'm really proud of these guys. Let's see if they're able to keep up these performances in the games to come.
Through that, we've got 4 more matches left out for you guys today, so don't worry. We've got a lot of Apex Legends action coming right in front of your screens as well. But before we do jump in over towards the next one, I want to give out a huge shout out to our sponsors, Lenovo, AMD, and Reliance Digital, for making the Lenovo AMD Streamer Showdown in association with Reliance Digital possible. I can't stress this enough, but I want you guys to go ahead and participate in the giveaway. We have got Legion Gaming mouse and Reliance Digital coupons up for grabs. So please check out the link down in the description below and participate in the giveaway and stand a chance to win a Legion Gaming mouse and play like these professionals out there as well. Maybe you never know, you might just get a champion your next game with that mouse. But yeah, Chris, I want to ask you this. Again, we did talk a little bit about the strategy coming out from the side of Team Scout, but I want to ask you this: what happened to Team X-Backs, right? Like Northern Breeze did stand tall. No, wait, Northern Breeze was in Team
Yeah.
Mackle. My bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to ask you about Team X-Backs actually. What happened with them? They were looking like they had the pace, right?
Yeah, they did have the pace. They had the high ground as well, and they did really well to finish off the two members of Mackle's team. Northern
Hmm.
Breeze, unfortunately, this guy is a gifted kid, and his specialty is these clutch situations. That's where he
Yeah,
actually thrives. Like I've seen him pull off some really sick clutches in near impossible situation in these Predator lobbies, and it makes it looks like he's playing against a bunch of silvers and he never really breaks a sweat. So 1v3s are actually his forte. He loves running around and playing Ring Around the Rosies inside that little tiny house. There's just so many angles that he takes advantage of. And he also used his Q ability at the best time possible, sometimes to bamboozle your enemies, sometimes just to simply get away. And once he got that Eva in his hands, oh my goodness, then you do not want to go up against this guy,
yeah.
especially up close and personal, because his movement skill is already very good. Plus, the Eva is literally in meta right now. Everyone's kind of mad at the fact that it's buffed so much.
Yeah. The EVA
So,
8 Auto, it definitely has been buffed quite a
yeah,
lot, and
especially with
I
that
feel
purple bolt, that thing
exactly.
shreds.
Yeah, and I really love how Team Mackle also went ahead and cleared out that building with the Peacekeeper. That was kind of cool as well. You did mention that it is the right combo to go in for as well if you go ahead and clear out the buildings in that particular region. But
They were not
overall,
the ones even clearing out. They were the ones who
yeah,
were defending that area. Plus,
yeah,
imagine three players rushing you from one doorway and you've got an L star. Oh my god, you're gonna shred
yeah,
through them. That thing melts.
yep. So let's take a look at the scorecard now for match number one, and we are gonna figure out who exactly is standing at the top of the scoreboard as well. So match one standings is gonna be Team Mackle to be at the top with not a championship, but then they do have 14 kill points and 9 placement points. Clips. Interesting, isn't it? 23 total points for Team Mackle. I expected Team Scout to be at the first spot, but it looks like that they didn't have a lot of kill points because of the fact that they kind of applied that classic battle royale strategy.
Yeah, Team Scout has the placement points, but Mackle's sweaty guy, this team has the highest number of kills because they, I believe, were picking up fights towards Epicenter. Then they moved down towards the fragment area, and then they moved towards Village to intercept all these teams. They were the ones who also wiped out Team Sway. So I'm not surprised that Mackle's team is on top. I also have to appreciate Team Sherlock because they were the ones engaged in battles across the arches. They were fighting Team Mafia as well, and they did wipe out 2 members of Team Mafia. So really good stuff by Team Sherlock over there. And they also were responsible to some extent for shutting down Ankita C, and that was pretty impressive as well. Now, here's the funny thing. Unfortunately, Sherlock's team members did die on early, and even though they managed to wipe out the players of Team Mafia, one player from Mafia survived, and that's why you can see they have 7 placement points over here.
Yeah. And I feel as if, teams like Team Bings, Team Fatu, Team Stabby, all of them who were not able to step up their game as well, right, for match one. I feel like that they are going to eventually go ahead and figure out as to how exactly all of these other teams play and try and put up a bit of a performance in the next one. Team Sway, interestingly, they had a chance. I feel as if they had a chance to go ahead and win out that fight, but fortunately, they just invited their own death.
Yeah, they invited multiple teams on them. Like, the team that assaulted them was not even actively looking to assault them. They were just looking to run away from another fight. But they're like,
Yeah.
okay, here's a safe haven.
Juzo
Oh,
opened fire, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, and they're like, oh shit, there's a
Yeah.
caustic in here. No problem, we're gonna fight it nonetheless because we've got nowhere else to go. So they just got bombarded with so many grenades, and you can see that they were trying to hold on. Like they had every entrance of that house blocked out by the caustic gas canisters,
Hmm.
but the windows are still open. You can always throw grenades from in there,
Yeah.
and they got bombarded to oblivion. And then the team that was actually assaulting them did not even bother about the caustic utility. Like they took damage from that gas, but they did not care. They continued to shred them away with BR-99s.
That's right. And I feel like Team Mackle are going to be very happy with the performance that they put up, despite the fact that they were not able to get the champion. They still are at the top of the table with the maximum number of kill points. So, yeah, I definitely am, as always, in love with the playstyle coming out from the side of Team Mackle. Team Mackle, no matter the game, right? Whatever battle royale it is, they tend to have the best of the players and they tend to just go ahead and, take their place as well in the first spot in the overall standings. But with that, I feel like now as we move on over towards match number two, we are going to be seeing a change in pace scripts. I feel as if these teams are going to try and avoid some of the hot drops. Like they
Yeah.
did drop it over towards all of these hot drops, right? We had like what 2 or 3 squads jumping straight in towards the countdown. So
Hmm.
maybe all of these teams are going to try and avoid that. They're going to try and survive. Maybe they're going to try and apply the idea of surviving as it should be in a battle royale game, and they're gonna try and loot up, eventually take the fights later on,
Yeah.
because they have to rack up these points, right? Otherwise, they're not gonna be able to do anything on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and I mean, I also just realized that even though these are just a bunch of streamer teams and they're playing for fun, some of the players in here have been professional players. Like players like Begum, North, Fat Monster, these guys competitively play Apex. And even though they are playing for streamer teams right now and they might be playing against each other, they tend to know each other's drop locations.
Hmm.
So there's a little bit of competitive element mixed into these bunch of streamer teams. And since they are very comfortable with their drop locations, we probably will not expect a lot of early game fights. So I do agree with you over there. And because these players are also spread out, like you can see how I believe Begum is playing for Sherlock's team. Begum
Yep.
also is a competitive player, and he took his team to wherever he's comfortable. So that tends to happen quite a lot. And all these players will just stick to their locations. But yes, once a single fight is triggered, then a lot of other fights will also continue to follow up, especially near that choke point of the arches where we saw Sherlock's team fighting. That place, the northern side of Epicenter, the west entrance coming in from staging near staging and train yard, that area, basically that little bunch of caves, that can be a difficult hotspot to navigate. So these are some of the places where you can expect a lot of team fights to erupt because these are kind of
Yep.
like choke points to some extent.
Yeah, all of these choke points have to be taken into consideration by these teams, and I feel like that these teams they have to, maybe try and take a step back, play it a little bit more slow, because I felt as if match one just started and finished off in like about a few minutes.
In a few
I just did,
seconds.
I didn't even feel like the match went on for like half an hour. I don't think so. It even went on for half an hour. It was just way too quick from all of these teams, and they just started popping off right at the bat. They dropped in, got the loot, started fighting, and I feel like that is about to change now in match number two.
Yeah.
Genuinely, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of changes that happened inside this game as well, right? The tides being
Mm.
turned, you had Mackle being respawned, and because of that, because he got respawned, he was able to get the revenge on Sherlock's team. So I feel that is one very interesting rivalry that I have to point out. And even though Sherlock's team was responsible for fighting against Mafia and everyone else, they ultimately fell to Mackle's forces, and then Begum had to rat his way through second place. No, not
Yeah,
even second place,
so
to third place. Sorry, my bad.
yeah, to third place. And I feel that all of these mid-game changes brought in by all of these streamers are something that are gonna be making things a lot more interesting in a particular match. So let's see if these guys are gonna call in for these mid-round change. And I really loved a lot of you know adventurous plays being made by these teams, especially Team Mackle as well, just going out and picking up Mackle right in the center where a lot of teams were just trying to rotate and make their
Yeah.
way in. Yeah, they called in for a respawn zone and then they just got Mackle up.
Yeah, luckily they had a mobile respawn beacon available on them,
Yeah.
and that's pretty interesting too. Like we will see most of these teams carry like two sets of heat shields and maybe one mobile respawn beacon. Maybe they will carry two mobile respawn beacons as well, but I definitely think one of them will happen to have a heat shield on them because some of these last few zones can become really really problematic. So they definitely do need a little bit of heat shield as well. But mobile respawn beacons come in so clutch. In fact, we did see a second respawn as well, not via a mobile respawn beacon, but via a proper beacon. I I think was it Mackle's team or was it Axpack's team? I think Axpack's team was able to pull off one as well.
Yeah, they did actually. They pulled off a mobile respawn, and I feel like they did get a player up, if I'm not wrong, but then they got taken down thanks to the fight happening in that particular building. So
Yeah.
yeah, interestingly, we are going to be seeing all of these changes coming in for the side of teams like Mackle, Axbacks, where they're going to try and, they're going to try and change up their strategies as they're moving over towards match number two. Talking about match number two, it is ready. So why don't we quickly jump straight in towards match number two, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to be right back with the drop as the message from our sponsors are ready as well. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lenovo AMD Streamer Showdown in association with Reliance Digital. I'm Acosta Assassin 47 on the desk. With me is Crips, and we are all set and ready to dive straight in towards World's Edge once again. And to everyone having a little bit of a doubt, it is World's Edge Season 6. That's right, the Season 6 map. And the match is ready. So why don't we jump straight in towards the match as well and see where exactly are we going to be seeing these streamers drop down and loot up as well. Crips, I feel though we are going to be seeing a lot of action happening towards Epicenter once again. You did mention that Fragment is going to be a place where these guys are going to drop in, but it looks like that a lot of them are already just going to instantly drop down as soon as the ship is going to reach the land area, and Thermal Station is going to be that place where we're going to be seeing one team dropping down. It is going to be Team Scout to be going over towards the sorting factory, and I feel like that Team Sway is going to be moving in over towards Harvester. Interesting, isn't it? All of these guys are just trying to play it safe.
Yeah, Sway's team in Harvester. You've got Team Bloodline in Thermal Station. Sorting Factory has been occupied by Ultimate Noob, and he also is one of the players that you should look out for. All right, let me just set this one thing up. The pros to watch out for in this match are going to be Begum. He's currently playing for, I believe, Sherlock's team? Is that the case?
No. Begum is actually playing
Begum is for Mafia's team. Yeah, Begum is
Mafia,
playing for Mafia's team. Yeah. Not Prudge and Axe definitely are to be to be kept an eye on. Fat Monster is another really big monster on Axe Pack team. Ultimate Noob also needs to be, kept an eye on. Semi-automatic, Medusa and Yatu. Medusa is playing for Lord Bathura's team, so that guy is also one really good player that you should be keeping your eyes on. Semi-automatic, I believe he's playing for Team Sherlock. Yeah, Ultimate Noob and Semi-automatic are playing on Sherlock's team, so those two players are also really, really cracked. You definitely should keep your eyes on them. But here we have Northern Breeze and Team Mako up against another team inside of Fragment. Last time, Mako's team was alone over here. They did not have any early game battles, but this time, definitely that has changed.
And I feel like the Team Mako this time around, though, once again, just like the previous match, yeah, you definitely are going to be seeing a little bit of a change, but I feel that they've got the information and they're going to try and act on it, at least for this particular fight.
Still a little bit of a stalemate over here for both these teams. They do silence the others, but in order to actually engage into this fight and full send in, they're going to need a little more resources. Let's see if they're able to get those resources or not.
Yeah, they haven't got their shield upgraded as well. Everyone's running the normal standard whites. So,
oh, he stuck him! It disastrously stuck him! Oh, how did he not get down? That was so lucky. Oh my god. Stabby's team is also in a little bit of trouble, and now the full send comes through. Brudge now looking to engage and get up on that top floor. He can see a fight already happening, so these guys are going to wait it out. They are waiting for the perfect opportunity to attack them.
The best part is that the Revenant's ultimate is going to be ready as well, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah, we are going to be seeing that fight happening inside of there. Team Mako going ahead and clearing up that squad. And that is going to be Devil Corner's team going out.
Uh-oh. The protection not available just yet. They're trying to use the ultimate accelerants as well to make sure that they can get that online quickly. They're just not finding anything.
They're just trying to loot up, trying to find some Evo shields, trying to upgrade their overall shields as well. And Northern Breeze and Mako have already done it. They're on the blues now, and oh wow, look at Axback. Axback has got himself a purple already. He's running a flatline and an Evo 8 auto. I love the Evo 8 though. Actually, the EVA 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's in meta right now. One of the strongest guns.
Yeah.
I mean,
even before the meta, right? Even before the meta, there was a time when, actually, I guess in season 3, if I'm not wrong, I used to play.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, there's gonna be Begum to go ahead and go ham onto all of these players. Team Mafia.
Wow.
Still looking to push it on top of this ult coming in from Mafia. Actually, my bad. No, it is gonna be Flixie, who is the Revenant player. My bad, not Mafia. I thought that Mafia is playing Revenant. It is going to be him to be on the Bloodhound and Flixie to go ahead and activate that ult.
Yeah, and that is going to be the end of Team Pink says. 15 seconds. 15 seconds is all it took for Begum to wipe out that entire squad all by himself.
The guy's an absolute monster. That's that line though. Things are just getting messier for other teams. But look at Sneezy. He's trying to find that frag onto a Sherlock, but then it's gonna be Scorpion instead. To come in and steal it away. Scout, on the other hand.
Yeah, his team is up against Team Sherlock, and this is inside Lava City. Last time Scout never needed to fight over here, but this time they find an unfortunate, unsuspecting player walking in, and Sherlock herself has died right now. Luckily, her team still survives, though.
Also going to be seeing Sneezy trying to just loot up some of Sherlock's items. Try and find a little bit of a loot, maybe some ammo in there. The ultimate accelerant is going to come into play as well from the side of Team Scout, and I feel like the Team Bings are going to go ahead and maybe engage themselves in a fight. I'm going to be seeing Saklonda, Maharani, that is Ankita C, and Strix trying to up and make their way in towards the train yards now, which is a material loot area, Clips. So I feel like that, you know, they might just be able to increase their entire inventory.
While Gaming trying to take high ground over here, especially Vanny. He's going to leave his two teammates for the dead and decide to keep himself alive instead. He can recover their banners later on. Maybe even pull off a 1v3 if he can get the verticality on him. Q's out just in time, and he's going to take the portal as well. Is he actually trying to take the portal? Yes, he will. Gonna fall back all the way towards the other side of this mountain. Unfortunately, hasn't recovered any of the banners. Can't even revive Payal just yet, so he's probably just going to keep himself alive for as long as possible. Meanwhile, Lord Bathura's team is once again in a little bit of trouble as Praj, he's managed to get the knock onto him. Lord Bathura still looking for the revive. An opportunity missed over here as they are still getting scanned. Third party has arrived, but which team are they up against? Inside the house, they should be able to get Lord Bathura up online once again, but they're getting pushed at the worst time possible. Somehow he runs out of bullets, but he still gets the knock. Clubs keeps them alive. He takes down Northern Breeze, but will he be able to survive the rest of the team? Because Northern Breeze is just the tip of the iceberg. There's more players headed down towards him. He somehow needs to keep himself alive. Shield swap will be able to get him a little bit of HP to work with, but he still needs to fight against Praj. A 1 versus 1 now on his hands. Blue shields versus purple. Praj doesn't have any shields. His team, his opponent doesn't have any regular HP, but both of them being Octane should be able to have some passive regeneration, and now they're just staring at each other from across the door. They're having a little bit of a face-off over here as they both are going to take a little bit of zone damage. Luckily, it's just the first ring, so this should be fine. Now the battle of Ring Around the Roses begins. Spitfire versus the R301 and Eva. Eva definitely beat the stronger weapon in close range, but Club doesn't have any more HP left. Luckily, his opponent isn't pushing him either, but now he's blocked out one of the avenues, and more thermite grenades to come inside. Praj is basically blocking out both the exits of this house with those thermite grenades and trying to shoot him down through the windows. He also does manage to get up to the purple shields, but this battle is dragging on for too long, Assassin. Usually if a battle drags on for too long, people start to invite third parties, but because this is outside the ring, luckily these guys don't have to worry about third parties, but they will have to worry about running out of their health. Praj is just going to get the hell out of there. He uses the jump out to get out of this position, but he can't recover the banners of his teammates, which means Mackle and North will not be revived in this game.
I need help.
Wait. Clubs managed to take the banners. Medusa did not take the banners. My bad. So yeah. Club can still play his teammates, but Medusa cannot.
So maybe they can try and get a player up to get this show going on. As Team Binks right now in front of your screens, they are trying to scan the area with a Bloodhound, and Strix has found someone, by the way. Strix is gonna try and take care of that player. And I feel that the entire Team Binks, they know that the caustic is right around the corner here somewhere. Oh yeah, there you go. It's gonna be Maharani deactivating the beast of the hunt, and the scan comes in as well, and 3 hostiles are gonna be detected, Chris.
Uh-oh, this could be troublesome. Lots of them will be being thrown, but it's still not enough to keep them safe. Bink's team, they're getting relentlessly pushed. They have managed to survive the first wave, but after healing up, Will they have enough HP to re-engage? They don't have too many shields and not enough time to heal themselves up as well. Luckily for them, the thermite grenades will make sure that Bink's team is safe for the moment. But he spots out 5 hostiles, which means there is a chance of third-party team also coming in. And both these teams, in fact, all 3 of these teams need to finish this fight right now because the second circle is about to close in the next 30 seconds and the ring is far away. They need to hurry. Oh no, did he get stuck? Maharani got stuck with the Arster, but she still survived. Oh, that is so lucky, but Sakranda won't be able to. Hughes out just in the nick of time. Unfortunately, has lost out Strix. Now both of them on really low HP. Just need to get the hell out of there. I don't think they can revive Strix under any circumstances. Luckily for them, they don't need to worry about it just yet because the other 2 teams are still fighting each other. It is in fact Sway's team who's trying to win this fight against them. But who is Sway up against?
I feel like the Team Sway is up against Team Binks. Team Binks were the team that were last spotted in this area. So yeah, it is going to be Team Binks who are going to be taking on Team Sway. And I feel like that Juzo, Sway and Nexus will be dropping that Caustic Poison battle and try and maybe take that fight. I'll wait for these guys to jump straight into that as well as the thermite comes in.
Still very keen, but at least they've got the Valkyrie in their team so they can easily just ult out of there and get the rotation done without any trouble. That's the advantage of having a Valkyrie in your team. And I do believe that Valkyrie will become meta for the upcoming season. Especially with Seer coming online, I'm really excited to see what that legend can do. So I do believe Seer, Gibraltar and Valkyrie might just be the meta for the next season. But that's just speculation. For now, Team Sway needs health and syringes desperately. And they're starting to fall. The second ring hurts quite a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, the second ring is kind of deadly and it does do a bit of a number on you. Problem is Sway, look at, she's just gonna bleed out if I'm not wrong. So try and put all the syringes. How many syringes do these guys have?
I don't know how many do they have, but they will need quite a lot. While that's happening, Axback team have their next prey. And they're going outside the ring to deliberately pick up this battle. This is amazing. They need to get to the high ground as well. Oh, they spotted out the one player inside. 1v1. They will be sent back to their dead totems. Fat Monsters now using their own dead totem against them. Oh, this could be huge. Axback, they are in a little bit of trouble, but they did manage to get the first knock onto 8-Bit Mafia. The man himself is down. While that's happening, Lord Bathura's team is up against Team Fatu. So there's many fights happening at this time.
There's multiple fights happening left, right, and center. I feel like that Proj is going to be able to find himself a kill with that Eva 8. With that, we are going to be seeing 11 squads left out as well. Axback, right in front of your screens, is going to have a little bit of a trouble maintaining HP, but it's going to try and get it all back, not a problem. The sonar is going to be activated, and we're going to be seeing the Beast of the Hunt coming out from them as well. It's going to be Team Binks waiting to try and recover Strix to deliver the bacon to the respawn zone as well. To try and get Strix back into life. You have to grab that beacon and we have to go ahead for the revive as well. But I guess that is highly unlikely because one of the zones is outside the... So one of the respawn zone is outside the circle as well that is coming... that is sort of coming in, right? So I feel like that Team Binks might just have to work around with no Strix.
Strix, at least his banner has been recovered, so they will be able to get back. Now take a look at this. Both Team Binks and Sway were busy fighting near Harvester. And they both managed to get out of there. I mean, Team Sway had a Valkyrie, so they had an easy time getting outside, but Team Binks had to walk all the way outside, and that definitely must have been difficult. They need to find a respawn beacon soon. If not, at least a mobile respawn beacon will do too. Team Scout still to the edges of Lava City. Alright, they never left the city in the first place. But now they see a bunch of opponents, so they're gonna use this dead totem and try to assault them as soon as possible.
Oh, the dead totem comes in action, and I feel like that Team Scout, they might just move in as well. Gonna move out of the circle, and then they're gonna try and get back into the ring as well. They're just gonna try and flank, try and come in with a little bit of a interesting way of wiping out this entire squad, and I feel like the Team Scout, they might just be able to do it. It's gonna be Scout to be pushing in with the R301, and he's gonna go ahead and maybe get himself a frag, maybe at least get himself a knock But hey, Team Scout, valiant effort for sure. So 11 out of 10 for that. But it is going to be X-Back to take care of Ultimate Noob out of your screens outside the ring as well.
Team Scout still having Lava City under their control, but this is where the circle is headed for now. And the ring will bring everyone over here. We can see Team Sway also trying to camp in this area, which definitely could be a little interesting because Scout's team has their number, but Rebel and Bloodline are also trying to approach. All these different buildings are occupied by different teams. We've got Team Sway, we've got Team Rebel, Team Bloodline, and Scout. All three of these inside of Lava City over here. And only one of these teams can come out on top.
Truly interesting. The Bloodhounds search comes in, and I feel like that Team Rebel gonna soon find out of the fact that Team Soul is right on the corner. They're opposite to that building. Maybe they're gonna try and engage themselves in an even battle round.
Yeah, Battleground could be even, but the fact that one of these teams has a Caustic, which kind of means that they can defend these buildings pretty easily. I mean, in an urban situation like this, Caustic does become a little relevant. But then almost everyone is running the Octane and Revenant combination, which does happen to be one really cool combo that you can do, especially with the Revenant buff. There's so many little nooks and crannies inside the buildings of Lava City that you can exploit. You never even need to take the zipline or the staircases to get up on the top of the building. You can literally climb up with the Revenant all the way up. In fact, even if you don't have a Revenant on your team, there are these little nooks and crannies that you can use as other characters as well to climb up. Now Bloodline on top of this building is trying to camp some other team that is inside the cave. The cave that connects this Lava City from tree. And they should be able to hold them off for now. But Scout's team is on the lookout for them as well.
I feel like that Team Bloodline for now, though, they are just gonna try and take things slow. They're gonna try and scout out the area and get some information. And I think Rat actually got himself a kill as well off your screens. That is going to be Team Scout trying to inch closer and closer to the building where they think that the opponents are. Scout has also suggested that building to move in and take control on that. Zaid, by the way, takes care of Akitasi, and Vanny Live is going to bleed out.
Oh my god. That's the team that was being camped outside that cave. They were the ones who were being gate-kept. Team Binks also now falling. Team Pile also falling to the ring. All of these guys, they are victims of the zone, as most of the teams who managed to get inside Lava City already are now starting to gatekeep them.
Interesting. Team Scout gonna try and use up that that scan, gain some information. They're gonna move it over towards the other building. Now that they know it's particularly clear, try and move back up and clear out the first floors, and just like this, the second floor as well. Scorpion gonna spot our enemy, and I feel like that Team Scout are gonna try and avoid this fight.
Oh, yet another.
Come in. Yep.
Yeah, yet another death protection, and this time they have found their opponents, Arcstars and Utility, to come through right at the beginning. Scorpion, all of them will be sent back to their original buildings. Will they initiate the battle again right now, or will they take their sweet time? Because they've got 30 seconds, and they need to get to the other building, where Team Axpac is busy fighting against the other players. I do believe that is going to be Team Bloodline, and they also lose most of the players in their death protection. Fat Monster's the only one left. He's going to try to land on the 4th floor and then take the way up. Oh, but the staircase is being guarded by a teleporter. No problem, they can always walk around it. And with that, Team Axpac has taken cruise control of this building. This is the one building that they need to be in control of. Scout on the lower floor. He's got Axpac on top. Team Bloodline, I think Bloodline himself has bled out. Not sure if his teammates are surviving, but Fatu also is getting taken down by Flixie right now. So all these teams trying to converge inside this building are going to get inside trouble. Scorpion has no entry as Axpac melts him down as soon as he tries to get up on those staircases with the EVA 8. Team Scout in cruise control of third floor, but Axpac's team on top. You've got Team Rebel below them. Scout's team is sandwiched over here, and there's no way out. Axpac team having the high ground should be able to take down the majority of these players, but somehow Begum is also chiming into this fight, and he's able to pick up a bunch of kills as well. Krat was down at one point, but he's been revived and brought back into this fight once again. He's stepping up. Somehow Lord Mathura's team is also, I'm sorry, not Lord Mathura's, I'm sorry, Fatu's team is also relevant in this fight, but all these teams are going to have to get to the edge of this building right now because that's the only place left. So many people behind them, so many people under them. And I think Axpac's team has cruise control right now. Having the high ground could be very important over here. But Fatu's team has been wiped out as Krat, the final member, does fall at the hands of Scout.
Yeah, it's going to be Team Scout to go ahead and eliminate them as well out of this match. 3 squads left now, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like the Team Axpac might just go ahead and take these shots against the side of Team Scout. Team Scout able to go ahead and take the champions the previous time, but not this time. Is what is going to be the answer coming out from the side of Team Axpac. They're going to be like, we are going to avenge our brothers on the side of Team Mackle.
Let's go. Let's go this way.
I think they're trying to get to the other side of this ring right now. I mean, this building is the absolute worst place to be right now because this is the only cover available inside the ring. And especially with Axpac's team on high ground, you really can't do much except for just hope that they don't find you. He's going to make the first move. Yeah, the ring is about to close right now, and I think Axpac's team has a jump out available, so they should be able to get to the other side. We have Rebel going up against Team Scout, and both of them on the bottom 2 floors. They should be engaged in a battle with each other right now. Most of the players of Team Rebel are silenced, and now all of them get silenced. Oh no, Axpac's team has a death protection. This should be disastrous. They should be able to wipe out the majority of these players, and some of them even flying across to the other side, which means they have left Startup Guy alone over here, along with Axpac himself, and they tried to make sure that they can stop the other teams from falling to the other side of this ring, but it just won't be successful. They will still hold on to the high ground. Oh, the Evite comes with the right time. That's going to be the end of one team. It is just Scout versus Axpac right now. Can they win this battle? Can Scout win this game 2 times in a row? This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Axpac's team looking for revenge and Scout looking for the 2-time.
Scout is definitely looking to take that champion once again, 2 in a row, and maybe he might just be able to do it as Team Scout. They do have the upper ground here. They do have the advantage as they're trying to take that fight, and both of these players from the side of Team Scout are shooting it at the exact same time, and there are only 6 players left alive. All 3 of them left out from both teams. It's going to be Team Axpac to go ahead and take the champion. Team Scout, they become a little bit too impatient. They try and push them down, try and rush them down, but then Team Axpac, all they did is just play out that particular wall to perfection. Went ahead and got themselves the champion, Fat Monster, the startup guy on YouTube, and Axpac. All 3 of these guys are going to go ahead and claim that champion title as well, Clips. And unfortunately, it's not going to be 2 times in a row for the side of Team Scout.
Yeah, but really good performance by Team Axpac. They had the best position out of them all. Controlling that roof of the only building that's inside the ring is paramount, because not only do you make sure that all the other teams have to be on the lower ground, which is basically a death sentence, but they also can't venture out to the other side of the ring where the circle will close. So they can stop them from staying here. They can stop them from moving away. You have absolutely zero mobility on Team Axpac over there, and they have the most amount of advantage and the death protection available as well. I do believe Scout used his own death protection a second time while he was trying to assault Team Fatu, and he was fairly successful at that one, but unfortunately they had no death protection left when they were up against Team Axpac.
Yeah, if they only had that death protection available, maybe they might have gone ahead and got that win as well in the second match. Maybe make it 2 times in a row. You never really know. And yeah, unfortunately, they did not have the death protection and they were not able to do it. But kind of impatient, don't you think, to just try and rush them down? I know for a fact that that is sort of a strategy as well. Sometimes when you think that your enemies can't actually move anywhere, and you know for a fact that they can't fall back because the ring is closing in from behind. They have a wall against them, and that's pretty much it. That's all you've got. You as a team, you're going to try and rush and take them down as well, right? But hey, let's relive some of the moments once again from the side of match number 2 with the match highlights that are going to be kicking in right about now. And Crips, I want to ask you this. Let's elaborate on that a little bit more, right? uh, in that last particular fight. Before that, we are about to talk a little bit about the change that came in, especially in match number two. But we know for a fact that Team Mackel, they were still quite adventurous. But
Yeah.
if you take a look at Team Mafia, right, Begum, he went in and wiped out an entire squad in about 15 seconds, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Team Mafia, like they never even needed those death protections. Begum himself wiped out the entirety of Team Pink says. Team Batura over here. Both of these teams fighting on the edge of refinery, they were trapped in an awkward situation because the team that they were up against decided to fall back before they did, and then they had to tank so much damage in order to get inside. But this fight inside of Sorting Factory also was pretty damn cool because Team Axpac was up against Mafia's team, and they took down Mafia early, which means Fleeksy and Begum were surviving as a two-man roster, and that created problems for the late game stages when they enter the Lava City. Although, inside of Lava City, once you do manage to get inside, there's not much you can do because there's so much confusion going on. There's many teams. We've got Team Bloodline who were in another building. Team Scout pushed them. Team Axpac also tried to get a little piece of the action over there as all of them tried to converge upon. Scout's team decided to disengage right at the best moment, and they survived the third party from Axpac. But after that, Scout's team was stuck on the low ground, and they couldn't really overcome the height advantage that Axpac's team had. Fat Monster, this genius person, he was still playing a little riskily, and he tried to overextend and make sure that while his team does have the positional advantage, he will be able to secure the extra kills for his team to get them those points.
Generally feel like that the entire end zone or the end ring, right, where we had all of these teams trying to find some sort of a terrain in order to properly take that fight out, especially Team Axback. They had a very good positioning, unless and until, yes, the ring started closing in and they had to go ahead and take the fight up close and personal by dropping down from the roof position. And then it was just Team Scout versus Team Axback, where we know for a fact that Team Axback, they had the wall in order to take some cover, but Team Scout got a little bit too impatient, and it was the silence coming out from the side of Team Scout to try and get something done, but still, the weapons advantage coming out from the side of Team Axback, the sheer brilliance, the sheer courage to just go up head on, take that fight, was something that got them the champion title as well for match number two. So at the end of match number two, we're going to be seeing Team Axback go ahead and come out on top as well. You did mention multiple times that Team Axback are going to be a team that we are supposed to look out for, and there you have it. Go ahead and prove us their medal.
Yeah, but there were several other people who we need to keep our eyes on, especially Begum, North, semi-automatic, Medusa, and all these guys are also really, really good. And I think they have done plenty of shenanigans to step up for their team. And we will talk about them later on, but first, we will get to the most important part, the
The
points.
match,
Let's see
yeah.
which one of these teams have the upper hand now.
And the match two scoreboard is going to be coming out right about now, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Team Axback to go ahead and take up that first place. With that champion, with that particular victory in match number two, right, with that champion title, they're gonna go ahead and secure themselves a total of 21 points on the board. Team Scout with 15 on the second place, Mackel with 12 on the third place, Fatu with 11 on fourth, Mafia with 9 points on the fifth spot, Team Rebel with 7 on the sixth, Team Sway with 5 on the seventh spot, and Team Binks with 3 total points on the eighth spot as well. Unfortunately, Lord Bathura, Team Bloodline, Pile, Stabby, Sherlock, Pinkses, and Mercy were not able to do much as they only managed to secure themselves 3, 2, and 1 points respectively. So these are match two scoreboard. These are match two standings, by the way, the scoreboard for match number two. And I feel as if in the overall standings, right, these numbers are going to change. And we are going to be seeing maybe Team Mackel stay at the top of the scoreboard, or maybe even Team Axback trying to go ahead and take away that first spot. What do you think?
Yeah, Mackel's team was playing very sweatily this time around. I mean, they don't have the position points, but they have a lot of kill points. And it's kind of understandable because Mackel's team was picking up fights all over the place. So First of all, they started off fighting inside of Fragment. They took on Team Mercy and they took on Team Stabby. Stabby and Mercy, these guys started fighting each other, and after that, Mackle's team came in, they wiped out the remaining players. And then after that, Mackle's team went above. They went towards Refinery, where Mackle and North both fell to Lord Batura's team at Overlook. But clubs were somehow able to skillfully recover their banners. But both the teams were, at the end of the day, left with only one player each, clubs and Prudge. So that
But
was
hey,
basically the tale of Team
yeah,
Mackle. But now that we have that sorted, let's take a look at how this affects the overall standing because we have Scouts team who's getting a lot of placement points. They were able to win the previous game and then come second in this one, but Mackle's team has the kills.
I told you. I told you. Team Mackle, they're going to be the ones to go ahead and stand at the top spot with a total of 35 points. And I feel that Team Axback, if they had one more kill, right? Or if they could have just tried and we got themselves a couple more kills, they could have easily been at the top spot over there. But it's all good. We're very close. Axback is sitting at 34 total points. Mackle has got 35. Scout has 32. So it particularly is revolving around Team Mackle, Axback, Scout, and Mafia. Quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, this time Mafia's team did not have that good of a game, but they still did reasonably well and they are somewhat in the league. But then you've got Mackle, Axback, and Scout, these three teams above the 30-point mark. Yeah, I mean, 15 points in two games is a decent pace to go at. And if you can keep up that performance, you definitely will be able to do well in the overall tournament. But yeah, Mackle, Axpac Scout, these three teams are in a league of their own, followed by Mafia at 20 points. After that, everyone else has somewhere around 10 points or less than that. I have to point out about Team Fatu as well this time, especially Krat. This guy was able to survive all the way up until the end. He died somewhere in the middle of the game. I'm not sure exactly when,
He
but
died
then
before the final ring appeared. In he
he
died over towards the first floor of a building. I still remember.
yeah, but that was like towards the end of the game. He died a little. I think he died in the middle as well. He died to Scout's team in the very end, but he also died before that. Maybe he was resurrected. I'm not exactly sure about that. But he was able to get his team a couple of kills and he was able to get his team a lot of placement points as well because he was able to survive in the top six. So that's pretty impressive as well.
Through that, well, the overall standings are looking pretty sweet, and we are to keep an eye on Team Mackle, Axback Scout, and Mafia because things are getting really, really close in that particular region. But talking about the other streamers now, streamers like Team Sway, Team Lord Batura, Team Pinkses, Team Stabby, who are actually not able to put up the numbers as well. What can they do, Crips, as we move on over towards match number 3?
I do believe that they need to stay away from the sweaty teams, the teams who are just
How is it
actively
even
hunting for
possible, right?
kills.
Because Team Mackle, they're just running around the map. They're finding all of these kills left, right, and center. We've got Team Axe back as well, going ahead, popping heads. So it becomes really tough for teams to go up against the side of Team Mackle, Scout, and Axe back. Particularly, like if I'm gonna be in front of Team Mackle or even Team Scout, I won't even survive for like a minute if I'm not wrong. It's
I
that
mean,
hard with them.
yeah, I mean, the amount of
Yeah.
firepower that these guys boast is really impressive. But then, if you take a look at this, Mackle, if there's a scale of aggression,
Mhm.
there's like aggressive plays and then there's smart plays. So,
Mhm.
Scout's team is near the smart plays area. They're
Smart
getting a
player, yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
placement points. In the previous game, they basically did not fight the entire game at all. And then
Yes.
they only got out at the very end to take the win. This time, they were also trying to go for something similar. They tried not to fight, but then if they're getting free kills onto Team Sherlock, then why wouldn't they take it? And eventually, the zone forced them to fight. So they had to play aggressively around. Otherwise, they would have died. Otherwise, they would have just died to the ring. So they had no choice. They had to step up in terms of frags. And then you have Team Mackle. Just running around, picking up kill after kill after kill. Like you can see how they went from Fragment, they went north towards Overlook, and then came all the way down towards Lava City.
Yeah.
Axpac is somewhere in the middle, a balanced approach.
Yeah, I particularly saw that as well coming out from the side of Team Scout, where they did manage to go ahead and played a little bit smart, but then again amalgamate it with a little bit of a firepower of their own and try and take these fights head on instead of just trying to maybe play it a little bit too survival mode, just like match number one. So that did not happen. Match number two was a little bit more active from the side of Team Scout as they actively took part in most of the fights until the very end. They did manage to survive against Team Axbags. They were not able to take up the fight, and I felt as if if Scout had his ultimate ready, if that death totem was available, then maybe we would have actually been able to do it. The match is
Yeah.
ready. Why don't we jump straight into match number 3? Because we can't wait, Crips, to see what exactly is going to happen over there.
Yeah, let's just jump into the action, ladies and gentlemen. We will see whether any one of these teams can get into the top three, into the Holy Trinity. There's an exclusive club of these teams which is above 30 points.
Yep.
So let's see if any of them is able to get into that exclusive club, or will
Yep.
these three teams keep on fighting between themselves?
Yes.
Kill one now. I burn.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lenovo AMD Streamer Showdown, brought to you by Reliance Digital. So, Grips, we are in match number 3, and we are all set to dive straight into the map of World's Edge once again. And I feel like that this time around, though, the ship bat is gonna be coming in from the east, and it's gonna go in over towards the northwest side. So we can expect a lot of teams to just drop down towards the epicenter, half over towards the epicenter, half going over towards the countdown, and half moving towards the southern side, sorting factory, launch side, or even over towards thermal station.
Yeah. And most of these drop locations will be the same. Bloodline's still an overlook. We have Mackle's team in Fragment. We have, I believe, Axpack's team going towards Countdown. So those three teams have not changed their location. Even Scout's team is still in Lava City. So these teams that you do need to look out for are in the same places as last time. We do have Mafia's team inside the tree. He's playing along with Flexi and Begum, and Begum was able to rat his way to the third place in the first game, so that's why Mafia's team has a bunch of placement points. But Team Fatu over here got their placement points because of Krat and his performance in the previous game. Professional lifeline player, ladies and gentlemen, and a pretty good caster as well. So that's Team Fatu. They're not anywhere close to the top, but they will have an opportunity of getting up there because they have their next prey in their crosshairs.
And I feel like, Team Fatu, they have managed to get themselves some points thanks to Krat the last time. But I feel like that the entire squad has to, just go ahead and pop off in this match. Otherwise, things are gonna get quite messier. But how can I even, how can I even say that? Because we already are gonna be seeing Ultimate Noob and Zayd kind of trying to take themselves a little bit of a fight here and there, and it's going to be Ultimate Move to go ahead and take down the semi-automatic. No, hold on a second. Yeah, semi-automatic is going to be the one to go and get taken down, and he's going to be revived. Ultimate Move took down someone over here. Grudge, on the other hand, is going to take that fight to Bloodline, and Bloodline is going to be down. Still going to take Mackel. They're taking this fight against Team Bloodline, and I feel like that Bloodline will be finished off by Northern Breeze. Damn.
Yeah. The two teams out of the game already. Fatu's team fell to Sherlock's team in the countdown. No, not countdown area. That was towards the launch area. And then Mackel took down Team Bloodline over here. So two teams in the first minute of the game just falling down. And this time Sway's team is targeting Princess once again. Cyclone really couldn't do much as he was just camping inside that corner, and Nexus shoots him in the head. So that's Team Sway picking up yet another team over there, and now Scout's team is fighting. So 3 teams are out. Sway's team wiped out Princess inside of Thermal Station. We had Team Mackel wipe out, I believe it was Bloodline near Overlook, and we already witnessed that battle inside of Launchpad, so that's happening. Team Scout now, still inside Lava City, are getting challenged. Let's see if they're able to win this battle or not. Scorpion on the verge of getting revived successfully. Yes, he will. No problem for them. But here comes the execute from
Sneezy.
above.
Sneezy is going to take a lot of shot, by the way. Team Stabby, they're trying to go ahead and take that fight. But again, Drew knows it's dangerous. He knows that he has to get some sort of a regen coming in from the shield cells, or even in terms of the HP as well, is to just inject himself with some syringe. Otherwise, Team Scout, they're just going to eat them all alive, and that is exactly what is going to happen. It's going to be Team Scout be using up the death protection crisp. It's going to be Team Scout to push on top of that death protection as well.
Uh-oh, they're all running out, but at least they've done enough damage to their opponents to actually have a possible amount of damage dished out because of that protection. Let's see if they're able to re-engage. Stabby's team on top have lost Stabby himself. No lifeline available. That means no healing drones, no good revives. But this is a good crossfire on top of these rooftops. They have one of the staircases covered. The zipline also under protection. Both the teams losing 1-1 player each. Here comes Scout with that Revenant. He's able to climb up the walls and surprise the opponents. Ryuga has been taken down. It's a 2 versus 1 situation for now. And the EVA 8 up in a double peak. That's going to be the end of this team as well. Semi-automatic does manage to knock down Scout for now, but Scorpion, this could be disastrous. Semi-automatic, I do believe, happens to be in another scene, so maybe a third party showing up over here. Scorpion needs to survive this one. It's an Octane versus a Bloodhound battle, and they're just staring off against these doors. It's very unwise to push a Leva 8, but the third party has arrived over here. Sherlock's team is showing up unannounced, and they're on the verge of finishing Team Scout. That's gonna be it. Scout's team has been wiped out from Lava City.
What the hell just happened over there?
Well-timed third parties by Team Sherlock. They were in Launchpad. Yeah, this is, I mean, you can basically call this game as third-party legends because we saw Sherlock's team wipe out Fatu inside of Launchpad, and then they came over here.
Team Sherlock, but again, that was a good strategical move coming out from them, right? To just wait patiently till both of these teams are just gonna, sort of give absolutely everything against each other, and then all we have to do is come up and be the cleanup crew.
Cleanup crew indeed.
They're definitely going to be the janitors, and we are going to be seeing Team Scout going down. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to put up a champion, at least for match number 3. And what? How are we down to 10 squad scripts? What is happening? Frax coming left, right, and center. I know, right? Frax coming left, right, and center, and Northern Breeze is going to... Wow, why would he... Okay, why would he ping a level 1 helmet?
Roll maybe.
Maybe. It's like, take this level 1 helmet. You deserve this because you're a level 1 guy. I don't know. Anyways, jokes aside, guys. It's
Yeah,
gonna be the
but
entirety of Team Mackle, right? To be on those blue shields, Crips, and I feel like that the next Evo upgrade is gonna come in for Northern Breeze really soon because this guy is dishing out damage.
yeah, and I do believe most of these players, they did not find the blue shields just lying around. Some of them might have upgraded to blue shields after doing a lot of damage. Keep in mind that Mackle's team has already defeated Team Bloodline. They dropped inside of Fragment. They went all the way up towards Overlook, and then they beat Team Bloodline over there. And now they've got another team approaching them. Clubs and Medusa already crossing the bridge, but Mackle's team has spotted them inside that protection. They're jumping them with these with the jump pads, and at this point they might just be able to win the battles as well. They do enough damage, but all of them have been sent back to their dead totems. Re-engaging now. They want to stop this team from crossing over this bridge. They might just be able to gatekeep them because it's the only way. They have to go either through this bridge or all the way around this lava gap. Or they can even jump back through. But the Octanes will be taken down, and that's going to be Clubs downed. 3 versus 2 now. And they might just be able to get a second one as well. And Praj is popping off. A second kill for this man as this guy is on fire. Startup guy will be able to finish off Maharani as well, which means Mackle's team has more competition headed their way. Lord Batura will be finally put to rest as well, as that is the entire team now finished off.
Lord Batura's team coming in from the northwest, if I'm not wrong, right? So, interestingly, we might just see Team Mackle go up against Lord Batura's team really soon. Medusa.
Lord Batura's team, most of them have already been wiped out, and Medusa's now the last guy standing.
Yeah, Medusa is the guy to actually look out for as well. So, I feel like that this guy might even go ahead and clutch it out in a 1 versus X situation.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he can't recover the banners of his teammates.
That's
unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, if he goes into that, if he steps his foot into that area once again, then he's dead. So, better to just try and maybe clutch it out in a 1 versus X, Y, Z situation. And just try and survive. Maybe try and get some placement points, right? Just like Krad did the last game.
Speaking of that, we are actually talking to each other right now. Maybe I'll ask him what was going on inside his mind later on. But for now, unfortunately, his team has been put to rest. They were wiped out by Sherlock. And keep in mind, Sherlock's team was in Sorting Factory in the previous game. This time they changed their drop location and went towards launch. They can see that opponents tried to use the Valkyrie ultimate to get off, but they're still able to connect quite a lot of shots onto them. Can they knock off a player mid-air? That would be really impressive if they did that.
Damn, look at that axe. So beautiful, isn't it? Is that a legendary?
That's a heirloom, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's a heirloom. My bad.
Come on.
My bad.
You asked me if I have one at the start of the stream, and I did say no.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes on to show that I have never owned a heirloom, so yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised seeing a heirloom, so yeah. Please don't, you know. Me poor, sir. Me poor.
Level 3.
Alright, Rebels team just upgraded to purple Evos because of that care package. And they've got another team in their crosshairs. Will they chase them? If they do chase them though, this will take them to Sorting Factory, and inside Sorting Factory there's already a team waiting for them. They might just be able to third party if they get there soon enough, but yeah, I think they're not too keen on following them. So they're gonna hold on to their positions for now. This is not actually a bad position because there's, I mean, a lot of teams do use these areas to rotate. So if they can stay over here, they might just be able to catch someone. But
I wanted to actually ask you as well, Crips. Like, you know, normally in I don't think so about pug games though, but in streamer showdowns and official matches as well, right? For Apex Legends, we don't usually see legends like crypto and all coming out, right?
I mean, that's a completely different thing. I mean, we saw a lot of Gibraltars in professional games, but this time everyone seems to be running the Revenant and Octane combination because they're all just willing to fight. Oh my goodness, they're wiping the floor with Mafia's team. Begum and Mafia themselves have been put to rest, and that's gonna be it. Flixie also is down.
And you know, I
Just
really
like
like
that.
the Revenant Wraith running from the side of Scout the last time though. This time around though, I feel like that they have sort of switched things out as well.
So yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. ALGS just concluded last month, and in ALGS we saw a lot of teams run either a Bloodhound or Crypto, mostly Bloodhounds. Crypto is kind of falling off meta. We saw them have a Gibraltar and one
Gibby.
aggressive character, maybe like a Wraith or an Octane. So Bloodhound, Gibraltar, Octane was the meta for ALGS, but this time it seems to be Revenant Octane because of the Revenant buff, and everyone just wants to use that buff as much as they can before Revenant finally gets nerfed next season. They're trying to make the best of it, but now Team Sherlock, they've got a team in their eyes, and they're using the protection to get inside. It seems like for now they will be sent back, but they will decide to re-engage soon enough.
Oh no, this is a Team Sway situation right here for the side of Team Sherlock. They need to be careful, otherwise they're just gonna be caught inside of that building without being able to go out. But they do make their way out though, so not a problem. There is a team coming in from the northwest side, actually north side. There's gonna be all of these players taking on the shots. Team Sherlock, they have open fire as well. I feel like that is gonna be ultimate noob to be taken down by the side of Northern. Interesting. Team Sherlock, I do feel like that they might go ahead and have a little bit of an edge against this team that are trying to take them down as well, but they're just gonna fall back. Like, nope, we can't take this fight. A lot of damage, and those guys have like what? I guess gold-plated shields.
Yeah, but they've given Team Sherlock enough time to heal up. Unfortunately for them, Sherlock's team is not the team that they need to worry about right now, because they've got players raining in from the skies. Northern Breeze immediately deleting Nexus. Team Rebel also trying to just survive over here. They sent back Team Sherlock, but now they're getting assaulted by someone else. Rebel will join his teammates for now, and he's going to stick to this area. They sent back Team Sherlock, but can they keep everyone else safe? While that's happening, I do believe Sherlock's team is engaged in a battle against Team Sway.
Team Sway definitely are still alive with the rest of the 7 squads that are alive in the server as well. So Team Sway and the rest of the 7 gonna try and sort of play it out for survival, play it out for the placement spots. I don't really see Team Sway going up against a particular team for now though. He's just trying to survive a little bit more.
Yeah.
Team Rebel, on the other hand, they're also preparing themselves for any sorts of attacks coming onto them. Just look at that Gibby, utility being put out right in front of the door.
But caustic utility, no?
Yeah, sorry, my bad, not my bad, my bad. The caustic ability.
So we saw Team Axeback do a 3-man push onto Team Mafia as they were stuck inside. And now Team Sherlock is the one who's got the high ground over them. Oh my god, this is so bad. Yatuplays got deleted as he got triple peaked. At least he was able to take Juzo down before he finally hit the dust, but that is just a consolation frag.
It's just a consolation, by the way. You're right. And I feel like the Team Sherlock, they're just trying to push down that particular team over towards this area. And with a minute and 15 seconds left on the clock for fourth ring to sort of shrink down, I feel like that Team Sherlock, they might just have a little bit of a problem out there in the open here in this area.
Bochek was raining upon semi-automatic over here as Team Sherlock do manage to get themselves to a safer position, relatively safer, but they're still not out of danger as Axeback's team is now looking to engage on them. Mackle also inside the dead protection. They have surrounded, I believe, Team Rebel over here. Is that Team Rebel or is it someone else?
Team
Yes,
Rebel.
it is Team Rebel. Nah, this is gonna be a little exciting. We've got Northern just watching them from top of that house. Meanwhile, Prudge and Mackle themselves, they are trying to engage and get inside that house. But Rebel's team has locked that area down for good as they are using the caustic gas canisters to keep themselves safe for now. So Team Mackle will have a difficult time if they want to get inside that house and actually take them down. But what they can do instead is gatekeep them. maybe with the positional advantage, they don't need to necessarily get inside their houses right now. And they can just stay over here. Because this area also gives them control over 2 respawn beacons. And if they've got control over the respawn beacons, they can make sure that nobody else will be able to get their players online.
Some wingman shots being taken from the side of Team Rebel. Like it, like it. Haven't really seen some nutty wingman headshots coming out. So let's see if that is going to be coming out from the side of Team Rebel though. Now Team Mackle, they're just going to fall back. They take a step back and they're going to be like, okay, you know what, let's not take this fight. But oops, hold on a second. Rebel is going to be spotting someone out over there. Truz is going to take care of what's this somewhere across the map. And Rebel is still trying to connect that wingman shot. Is it like a wingman only challenge or something going on to the side of Team Rebel?
I mean, if they're able to connect those shots, then why not? Team Mackle over here has been causing so many problems for so many of these teams. And they basically control the entire cliffside of this area. And they have the circle to themselves as well. Another ultimate accelerant being used by Mackle himself, which means they should be able to get the death protection online as well very, very soon. And they're going to need it because the circle does converge upon them. The only other team that can contest them is Rebel's team. Axpack's team now trying to push inside, but Rebel, this guy is just a menace. He's still keeping his team safe. All thanks to that caustic. Now, there's 2 teams who are going to be looking to get inside that position, and I do believe that they will get shot from both the sides. But finally, Team Rebel, they are using a death protection of their own, and all of them have been sent back to their death totems. Luckily, nobody's camping the death totem, so that should be keeping them safe temporarily. But now, multiple teams are looking to engage them. And finally, their compound has been pushed out of the zone, which means they are going to have to move now, and they need to move towards Mackle's team. Mackle's team has the ring advantage for now. Axpack and Rebel both need to move in that direction.
Oh, are you? What? Are you looking at this? Look at that ballsy play being made by Northern Breeze as he goes ahead and takes down Battle Pig, whereas Kick is just gonna get taken down by Mackle and Team Mackle. They're gonna push the entire Team Rebel down inside of that building and they're gonna try and wipe them out, and they do that. Look at this, Cribs. This is what I call aggression.
Yeah, and then while all of this is happening, Prad just keeps on stealing kills. That is just ridiculous. We had Sherlock inside this donut building, and now they're up against Team Axpack. Let's see if they're able to win or not. But for now, Sherlock's team is just using all these grenades to push Team Axpack away, hoping that they will be able to repel them. Yeah, Repellion won't be successful. Maybe a Rebellion will come through. Wink, wink. The Rebels team does need to move. In which direction will they go? They have to make a choice. They can either assault Mackle's team, or they can assault this donut building where Sherlock and Axpack are residing. It seems like they're deciding to push towards Mackle's team instead. Well, a much safer decision to fight one team than fight 2 at the same time. For now, Team Axpack just hiding outside this donut building, underneath it, while Sherlock's team still inside. But the next ring is going to take every team to the lower ground, and that is the belly of the beast.
Team Axpack, they've got all the information in the world. They know for a fact that one squad is right up on top inside of that building, and they have some sort of an advantage though. They do. In my opinion, this is a pretty good spot to hold. But they are going to be, you know, they are sort of going to be forced to reposition themselves, because as soon as these other teams are going to try and scan their specific Bloodhound utilities, they're going to try and scan the area. I'll figure out that Maxback is holding onto this cliff, which is not the best of the areas. Sherlock is just going to be camping inside, and finally they are going to be spotting out the entire Team Axback. And Team Axback going to try and fight another squad that is trying to come in from the west. That is going to be Team Mackle trying to come in from the southern region, and they are going to be heading over towards the west as well, trying to take care of Team Azbak on the cliff. There you go. This is what I was talking about, right? The opposite team Bloodhound scans are going to come in as well, and we are going to be seeing the positions getting revealed from all of these players. 4 squads left now, as is going to be the Beast of the Hunt activated from the side of Fat Monster. You know for a fact that this guy is just going to go ahead and relay in all the information. He's going to ask Azbak, or even the startup guy, to capitalize on top of this information gain. Or maybe Fat Monster himself is just going to move in, because the guy is just an absolute god when it comes to fragging.
Mackle on the lower ground. He scans both these teams. And now they start to get to the lower ground as well as Axpac's team. They realize that there is no other option. They use the net protection to get a little bit of kills, but as soon as they get sent back to the totem, they decide to take out Team Sherlock. Startup guy with a triple. No, not a triple, a double in fact. As he's able to wipe out a majority of Team Sherlock, and now they've got the dead protection again online, and they're going to be raining upon Team Mackle. It's Axpac versus Mackle for the dub. Once again, the top two teams going up against each other. Axpac's team does have the advantage as they have the dead protections, but as soon as they respawn, the ring is causing them quite a lot of damage. Oh my god, this backfired. They still have the high ground, which means they can get the favorable angles onto them, and Northern Breed has been finished off. But while they are staying on top over here, it is a 2 versus 3 for the team below. Fat Monster is the first man to drop down. Got the R99. He's trying to melt the other teams as all of them are trying to just play the trading game over here. It is gonna be Team Axpac who wins this game once again. Back-to-back champion wins for Team Axpac. And they played it to perfection. They held off of Sherlock's team on that donut building for as long as possible. They baited the fall. They sent one of their players using death protection downstairs. It kind of indicated to Team Mackle that they are going in for the full send, and then maybe Sherlock thought, okay, this is our time to get outside and camp the dead totem because these guys are trying to fight downstairs. But surprise, surprise, only one player went downstairs, and that was just a fake. So Team Sherlock fell for the bait. They were able to clear out the entire donut building on top, and then they descended upon Mackle. Oh my god, it's like lead falling from the skies.
Yeah, that definitely was a very interesting fight to witness because I felt as if Team Sherlock might just be able to hold on to a little bit longer. I thought that Team Axback and Team Mackle are just going to go against each other right off the bat, and maybe Team Mackle would have been able to do something against Team Axbacks, but then Team Axbacks, they were just a little bit too better. And the way they used that death protection, right, to just get that death protection ready and to use it at the right time is something that we should look up to from the side of Team Axback. That was very well played. It was very well strategized, and congratulations, Team Axback, to quickly go ahead and get 2 champions in a row. I know for a fact that Team Axback, Crips definitely mentioned it for a fact that these guys, these players from the side of Team Axback, they're going to be the ones to go ahead and be on the lookout for the other streamers as well. They are going to be the ones to be looked out for when you're playing as well in this particular streamer showdown. Team Asback, they're going to go ahead and deliver on that promise, and I feel that Team Axback, they might just possibly go ahead and get 3 in a row. You never know. But before that, let's get on over towards the match highlights and see what exactly happened in match number 3. And Crips, I want to ask you this. What did you feel different in match number 3, though? I felt as if, once again, we saw the early engagements coming right in, and most of the teams trying to take in these fights when they were absolutely not ready for it.
I mean, Sherlock's team, they were born ready. They switched up their drop location. I mean, in the previous game, they went towards Sorting Factory, but this time they went towards Launch, and they were able to wipe out Team Fatu over there. Team Mackle dealt with Team Bloodline after that. And after wiping out Team Fatu in Launch, they went towards Lava City. Now, Scout's team was fighting against Binks. And Scout, they used the death protection, right? As soon as that death protection expired, they got camped. That death protection totem was being camped by Sherlock's team, and as soon as they respawned, everyone was surprised because they're like, hold on, when did this third party even arrive? And then Scorpion, poor guy, had to just hold this door as he's getting pushed by 2 people at the same time. Yeah, that 1v2 battle was never gonna go in his favor.
Yeah, and I feel like that Team Scout as well, right? It was quite unfortunate for them to just fall down right at the bat. I feel as if they could have done a little bit more and maybe try and inch closer to that champion this time around as well. It was such a beautiful fight taken from all of these teams, especially Team Mackle, like Raj, right? Right in front of your eyes, you guys are going to see him just take down 3 players and try and go on for more. Lord Bathura, on the other hand, especially Medusa, he tried, but unfortunately he was not able to do much. It was just frags coming left, right, and center, and in a blink of an eye, we saw like 10 squads or 9 squads left out. This was the moment, by the way. The Team Axback activated the death protection. They just rushed in and took down another squad. Team Axback, they're on a roll. And the way they took on the fight against Team Sherlock as well, right? No, sorry, it was actually Team Mackle who took the fight against Team Sherlock. But yeah, Team Mackle and Team Maxback, them were just massive in
Yeah.
match number 3. Team
So
Rebel, on the other hand, I'm not really sure why they tried to go in for that wingman only challenge. Like maybe they had some sort of a challenge going on. But yeah, unfortunately, when Team Mackle, they came in with guns blazing and the death protection. They were just unstoppable, and Team Rebel couldn't do anything.
Yeah. So I made a mistake over here. I said that it is Axpack's team who's dropping down, whereas it was actually Sherlock's team who went downstairs. And as soon as Sherlock's team went downstairs, Axpack's team started to camp their totem. So really good decision making over there by Axpack's
I was kind of
team.
confused over there as well, but then I thought that I'm wrong because
No.
it was all going so freaking quick, and I was like, "Wait, what is happening?"
Exactly. So yeah, Sherlock, they tried to jump the gun a bit too early. They went downstairs. They used the dead protection to try to fight Team Mackle, but as soon as they were sent back, Axpack's team was camping them over there, and Axpack's team was able to get quite a lot of easy kills onto Team Sherlock, and then they were just up against Team Mackle. A 3v2 as well. So this, even though Mackle's team was able to put up a good fight, the numbers advantage was against them, so they fell in the end.
Yep, it is going to be Team X back to go ahead and get that champion, as well as we did mention it. I guess that is going to put up quite a lot of number on the overall standings for them as well. Can't really wait to see what exactly is going to be the story over there. And Team Mackle, on the other hand, they should pretty much be sweet at the second spot, Clips, because they have consistently maintained their streak of staying alive and getting most number of kills as well on the server, thanks to Praj. So yeah, the match 3 standings are ready. Let's quickly jump straight into towards the match 3 standings and look at the numbers over there. Chris, I'm not really sure what is going wrong for the side of Team Stabby, Pinksys, Fatu, Pyle, and even Sway. Team Sway, they did manage to stay at the 6th spot, at least for match number 3. But other than that, everyone else, right, that I did mention, Pyle, Stabby, Pinksys, Fatu, Bings, they're all not able to do anything.
Yeah, it seems like they're just getting rolled and out aimed at this point. Like the sheer momentum at which the top 3 teams are descending upon everyone else, it is really, really surprising. Team Axpack and Maple, these guys continue to fight for the top 3, but this time Team Scout fell victim to Sherlock's team. And Scout was also one of the teams that you needed to look out for, right? Because they were able to win the first game. So on the overall standing, it's basically Scout, Axpack, and Mackle. These 3 teams were the ones who were leading the overall standings for now. But Sherlock, these teams, these guys had a little bit of a curveball to throw at Team Scout.
So I can't wait to see what the overall standings is going to be like, right? Because they've secured 26 total points for them, and Team Mackle have got 22. The last time I checked, it was actually Team Axpack to be on 35, Mackle to be on 34. And if I'm not wrong, Team Scout were just behind them as well, with close to around 30. So yeah, the overall standings are ready. Let's stop speculating. We can dive straight into the reality now and check for ourselves. And there you have it. This is going to be Team Max back to be at the top spot with 60 total points. Team Mackle not so far behind with 57 at the second spot. Team Scout with 35. And see, this is exactly what I was talking about. Team Scout, unfortunately, they were not able to do much the previous game, and thus such a huge difference on the board. But look at Team Axpack and Team Mackle, a class apart, aren't they, Chris?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, before this game, we were speaking about the 30-point club, where Max Pack, Mackle, and Scout, all of these teams had more than 30 something points. But this time, Axpack and Mackle, they're approaching the 60 club. And Scout, these guys still stay on the 30-point mark, 35 to be precise, and Sherlock's team is inching closer and closer to them. Well, that was it, ladies and gentlemen. Scout and Sherlock, they basically cancel each other out, and now they are kind of tied, very close to each other.
Yep.
And you've got Mackle and Axpack. They are running and gunning to the top 2. I feel like the overall championship will come down to these 2 teams, and one of them will be able to walk away with the championship. But considering how sweatily Team Mackle has been playing, they might be able to either get ahead in terms of kill points, or if they get too sweaty, they will get wiped out early in one of these games. they probably won't because they're a very good team. But if they overextend and if they get wiped out in one of these games, then Axpac's team will definitely capitalize on that opportunity.
Yeah. I do feel like that Team Axback are going to try and go ahead and get another champion for themselves so that they can just solidify their hold over towards the first spot as we move on over towards the second day for tomorrow. But yeah, at least for this day though, it is going to be Team Axback to be leading. We do have 2 more games left out for the day. Can't really sort of go ahead and solidify it right away that Team Axback are going to be the ones to go ahead and get another champion. Maybe they might, maybe they won't. It definitely is going to be Team Scout who are going to be a little bit disappointed with match number 3. They're going to try and go ahead, survive a little bit more, maybe go back to their classic survival strategy because that was kind of working out for them. You did see as soon as they tried to change things out in match number 3, they got taken down. So maybe that strategical move of theirs was working out for them previously.
I mean,
And
it
yeah.
wasn't Scout's team that changed things up. It was Sherlock's team that changed their drop location, and
Of course,
because of
Sherlock went in
that,
a lot of aggressiveness, right? Right? Like we
yeah,
expected Team Sherlock to be playing quite passive as they were since match number 1, but they did not do that. They instantly changed their stance and they took the fights head on against all of these teams. But what do you think? Was that the right move? I mean, yeah, it did land them a lot of kills and it did, get them at the top spot. But the move that I'm talking about is the final one where they just jump down from the building.
I mean, they would have had to go down anyway. All the teams would have
Yeah,
had to jump down because you can't stay up on that high ground for too long. The ring will push you out.
yeah,
So they would have had to go down anyway. The only thing
yeah.
is,
But then again, do you think that it was a little bit early? Because you would see Team Mackle, right? They still were no Team Axback. They were actually still on top of the roof. They were waiting
yeah,
for that death protection to charge up. And as soon as it was
yeah.
ready, they're just protecting it. And then as soon as it was ready, they just went down and finished off the rest of the players as well. So do you think that like Team Sherlock could have just maybe took the fight with Team Axback first and then engaged with
Yeah,
the yeah
in hindsight, fighting Team Axpac would have been the smarter choice for
yeah
them. But that is in hindsight. I mean, in
yeah
this game of Apex, you really don't have all that information. Like you
true.
knew that Axpac was down there since a very long time, but you probably would have assumed that they would have changed positions or maybe even gone to the lower ground first. So yeah, them deciding to fight Mackle first instead of Axpac is what resulted in the demise of Team Sherlock. But that's completely okay because they're able to get to the third place and they took up a very aggressive approach this time around. Like they wiped out Team Fatu, they wiped out Team Scout, and then they were on the verge of winning against Mackle and Axpac as well, but they bit off a bit more than they could chew. So that's what caused them to finish in third place. But hey, still, 2 squad wipes and a third place finish means a lot of points.
Yep, it definitely does. And we congratulate Team Sherlock for that humongous performance in match number 3. Let's hope that they are going to keep on with this performance in match number 4 and 5 as well. Match number 4 is going to be ready really soon, guys, in front of your screens as well. So please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We would like to give out a huge shout out to our sponsors, by the way, Lenovo, AMD, and Reliance Digital for making this Apex Legends Streamer Showdown possible. Please go ahead and check out the links down in the description below to take part in the giveaway arranged for you by the guys over at Lenovo and Reliance Digital as well. You guys can stand a chance to win Legion Gaming mouse and Reliance Digital coupon codes that are up for grabs. Match number 4 is ready, so why don't we head straight into it as well, Crips?
Yeah, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. And we will be back with this game after a short message from our sponsors, but don't go anywhere because this fourth game is going to be super interesting. We've got the top 2 teams battling against each other, Scout and Sherlock in a league of their own, just below them, trying to chase, and everyone else just lagging behind. So it has boiled down to the top 4 teams because they are the hottest ones right now. Team Sway also did a little bit of a resurgence in this game. I mean, Sway ran away after her team died to Michael's team, but she ratted her way to 6th place and they are also in the mix. They might have been able to put
Yeah.
up a better position, but let's see if they can make a comeback this time around, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the game shortly.
I burn.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are all set and ready to dive straight into World's Edge for match number 4. And I feel like that all of these streamers have already found their comfort zones. We're going to be seeing two teams over towards the thermal station, one headed straight in towards the launch site. And interestingly, Lord Madhura's team has moved in over towards Lava City. Sorting Factory is going to be taken away by the side of Semi-Automatic and Gang, and Sway is once again going to be dropping in over towards Harvester. Man, these guys love the place of Harvester, don't they? This is like, what, the third time in a row where they're dropping in over towards Harvester. Towards the epicenter,
Drop locations don't really change a lot in these pro games. Pile Gaming's team has changed their drop location, so they're dropping towards Fragment West, and there's a very high chance that they might come across Mackle's team. I mean, last time Mackle's team did have two teams to fight against. I believe one of them was
Sherlock.
Team Mercy. No, not Sherlock. Sherlock dropped in launch.
Oh,
she
never
changed
mind.
her drop location. Yes,
My bad.
but I think in the second game, I guess Mackle was fighting against two teams. One of them was Mercy. I'm not sure who the second team is. I forgot. So let me just take a look at my notes. Meanwhile, Team Scout has changed their drop location. Instead of going towards Lava, they are moving towards Overlook. No, this is not even Overlook. This is towards the northern part of the map. So yeah, these guys have changed their stuff. And they are in Refinery right now. So this could be interesting. Oh no, this is what I was fearing. Mackle's team, they find Pile Gaming. And yeah, Pile herself has been finished off. You've got North chasing his next target.
Yep, Roger's also on the chase, by the way. Found that player towards the zip line. He's going to try and take that particular player down. Drop in the grenades. He's going to go in for another one. Maybe he's just going to try and rush his way through. He's got his utilities ready. The stim in, and R301 is going to be popping out. And he's going to try and ping that player. He's going to spot him out. Oh no! He gets hit! He gets hit with the store, and I feel like that that might just a little bit of damage on towards his shields. And never mind, his shields are out. He's got no shields. He's got no HP as well. He has to get some sort of a support from Northern Breeze while he tries to get that shield cell charged up as well.
Oh my god, the escape from Team Pile is good. Team Mackle, they chased them all the way towards the start of the sandwich tunnel, but yeah, it seems like they will escape into Skyhook after this. Will Team Mackle engage any further? Oh, they scanned him! And now he's in trouble. The chase continues.
Chase definitely continues, and I feel like the Team Mackle are not gonna rest until they find all these bloods. All of these footprints, all of the information that they're seeing right now in front of the screens. They're gonna try and capitalize on top of that. They're gonna try and take care of all of these squads right in front of their squad. Says there's gonna be Prux to try and take some sort of a shot with the R301. I don't really think that is the best weapon to take that kind of a fight in that range. It's a long range fight, right? So it's better. It's decent. It's decent. You would better off be doing much better with a flatline, right? Or even a Spitfire that Northern Breeze has right now. And Spitfire, well, I'm not really sure about the fire though, but it definitely is going to be spitting bullets, and it is going to be Northern Breeze to go ahead and take care of Rebel with a grenade. Rebel is definitely going to be feeling it.
I mean, they came here chasing Pyle's team, but they ran into Rebel's team instead. This is an unexpected battle that Mackel's team has to pick up right now. But his vision is clear. Breeze walks right outside, gets one knock, but he's going to be knocked in return by Battle Big. And here comes the surprise push from Mackel. They're losing so much HP to that gas, but the EVA 8s continue to dominate. Brud is going to be able to finish off Nick, and that is it. With that, they are able to pick up multiple kills and should be able to revive their teammate as well. They still have just one more player left to find. Without the scans, though, they can't really find out where he is. They might be able to get Northern Breeze back online.
They might just be able to do that, by the way. And yeah, there you go. Northern Breeze is going to be back up. No sorts of resistance whatsoever from the other teams. Not going to interfere between this revive. Feel though that Team Mako has got super lucky to bump in towards Team Rebel while they were trying to chase Team Pyle.
Yeah. Like Pyle, they basically went from the frying pan into the fire. They ran all the way from Fragment to Skyhook. That's a long journey. They tried to avoid the fight against Team Mackel, but they ran into Rebel, and then again Mackel's team came in over there. So Rebel and Pyle, both of their teams suffered at the hands of Mackel. Unfortunate. That's basically third-party legends for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. You love to say it, don't you?
I mean, it is third-party legends.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of true though, so can't really blame you for that.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Axeback's team wants to initiate now.
Yep, that protection coming right in. There's gonna be Axeback, startup guy, and Fat Monster to just rush in, and oh, wow, the Beast of the Hunt is gonna be activated as well. We are gonna be seeing the R99 in action from the hands of Fat Monster. Is gonna try and see some shots, gonna do tons and tons of damage. Just look at this playdown coming in from the side of Fat Monster as Axeback. He is gonna go ahead and get himself a double with that flatline and is looking for more. And that's the squad wipe coming in from the side of Axeback. He's gonna be the new kill leader.
All 3 kills picked up by him.
Yeah, Team Bloodline are gonna be wiped.
Yeah, his teammates helped him out with the damage, but he was the one who picked up all 3 kills in the end. And Team Bloodline, they faced the wrath of Axeback. More kills going for this team, which means they're just stat padding right now.
They're legit doing that, by the way. Just stat padding. Going ahead, putting up numbers in terms of the kill points. And now what they're gonna try and do is take everyone down, even get some more placement points if they do get taken down later down the line. You never really know, right? Sometimes these teams might just improve themselves and take care of the behemoths like Team Axeback. Right now, it's gonna be Team Mackel. Try and rush in. Hostiles have been detected in the area. I feel like that Rud just gonna keep on rushing. He's gonna inject that stim. And he's gonna go in for that smooth spray down, and there comes a jump pad, and there comes the information, and what the hell, he's gliding, he's flying around, and he's gonna try and connect that frag, but it's gonna be Northern Breeze instead to take care of Battlebig.
And this was the last player which was surviving from that battle all the way in Skyhook.
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind, Battlebig was the man who survived. They were looking for him. They couldn't find him, so they were like, screw it, we'll just revive North instead. And now they finally find him.
Might be something good this way.
Damn. I mean, the movement coming out from the side of Praj, right? Such a movement, god.
Yeah, all these professional Apex players, their movement is what differentiates them. Like, all these streamers have really good aim. But that's the difference between a player who plays a lot of games and a player who plays Apex 24/7. The difference in movement is what, you know, gives these guys an edge. Uh-oh. We have another battle on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, and this is happening inside of Sorting Factory. Team Sherlock going up against Team Binks. Ankita C has fallen, and the kill will be confirmed as well. Ultimate Noob and Semi-Automatic, all of them now trying to converge upon this battles building. And this might just be a little difficult for them. They've already picked up a kill, but they now have to find the 2 remaining players of Team Binks.
Team Binks, what exactly is going to be their move though? for this particular match? Because I feel like that the last few games they haven't been able to survive that long, right? Every single time they find themselves trying to rotate from one place to other, and they just get taken down. And what happened?
I mean, no, Ankita, she's back online. I mean, she was down for a bit, but I did not
yeah.
expect her to be able to come back this quickly.
Standard connection issues? I don't know.
No, I mean by down, I mean she was knocked out, but
Oh, knocked out.
yeah.
Oh, like
Yeah.
that. Oh, wow.
yeah, she was down. So yeah, they were able to revive her, and that's what I was worried about, right? Because Sherlock, I mean, their team was able to
But
get that frag to
I
open
never
things
saw.
up. But
Yeah, I never saw Ankita taking any sorts of shots or something. Like, what happened there?
she was knocked, but then that's what happened. They managed to fall back somehow and keep themselves hidden. So that's what I was worried about, right? Because I was seeing Sherlock, they were trying to find their opponents, but they couldn't. They didn't have any scans available on time either. And you can see that they were looking to confirm that kill, and they were trying to find the other opponents as well, but they struggled a little bit. And that gave Binks' team the opportunity to get Ankita back online.
Team Stabby right now. Very happy to see them survive with the rest of the 9 squads that are alive in the server as well. Team Stabby, remember, are one of the teams that do tend to go down and, you know, be unfortunate in certain situations because of all of these top tier teams just running and gunning everyone down. But hey, this time around though, Team Stabby, they have managed to survive. They've managed to change their drop locations and managed to, you know, stay alive. There's going to be Fat Monster right now to be suggesting a location for Team Axpac to move into. We'll try and move inside of that building maybe? No, not happening. All right. Oh, did they get some information? Oh, yeah, they did. They have a squad right in front of their eyes. It's going to be Team Axpac to try and take that fight. The opponent team, are they on their death protection?
Yeah, they're on the death protection as well. So they sent back 2 people. Now they have a death protection of their own, and now the reverse push will begin. They were waiting for their opponent team to run out of the death protection, but that Arkstar, it ruined everyone's death protection. Oh my goodness, this is disastrous. The entire ultimate has been cancelled out. Startup Guy has to fall back. Axpac also trying to get back to safety, but Fat Monster has been left behind. Will they be able to get him back and regroup? Yes, I think so. Startup Guy, he is separated from his teammate Fat Monster, but I think he should be safe all by himself. He's trying to gather as much information for his team, and he's just trying to make sure that he will be able to regroup with his team, but Mackel's team is relentless. They continue to push him, and they cracked him as well. Will they be able to confirm the kill onto him? They're trying to play ring around the rosies, but Mackel will be able to down Strake. Sprudge comes through with the kill onto Binks as well. Wait, how is Binks falling victim to all of this? This is disastrous. Mackel's team, they started to fight in the other place, and now Binks' team is facing so much trouble. And while all of this is happening, Team Axpac is still a little safe. Oh my goodness. Now we have Bathura's team come online, and they're taking the fights against Stabby.
Yeah, inside of the cave, they are trying to take down Team Stabby, and Team Stabby is already down, if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah, their entire squad is wiped out. We've got 8 squads left now. 2 squads going down, Team Binks and Team Stabby. So we had total 10 squads left out, and now Team Stabby and Team Binks are down. And most probably we're going to be seeing Team Axpac go ahead and wipe out one more team. That should pretty much be 7 squads left. There are 2 more squads against Team Axpac right now, and they need to be very, very careful.
Really want to appreciate the rotation from Team Lord Bathura, but I don't have time to appreciate that because Axpac has just finished off Emotional Mercy, which means this is going to be even more problematic. They tanked the EMP, but that's okay because they've got yet another death protection online. So many ultimate accelerants will be able to keep giving Axpac all these extra lives. And now they are up against Team Sherlock. Keep in mind that this is the troublemaker team. Sherlock has once again changed the location back down to Sorting Factory, but after that, she runs into Axpac's team. And this fight inside of launch is going to be so crucial over here. Axpac still near the containers. He's able to deal quite a lot of damage onto the players inside this room. But now his teammates try to follow up, but his enemies have fallen back. Oh, this gives them a little bit of more time to heal back up. Sherlock's team, they created a lot of trouble for Team Axpac. But for now, Team Axpac will survive the onslaught. And they were getting pushed by them so many times. All these teams using their death protections again and again and again. And they've boiled everything out. All the resources being drained. Team Mackel, on the other hand, they're on the opposite end of the circle. And they have just managed to finish off Team Binks. Who are they up against now?
I feel like the team Mackle might just go ahead and place themselves. I feel like the team Mackle right now are going to place themselves in a way where they're going to have that vantage point in order to take the fight against team X-Pac.
Yeah. So Mackle is up against Team Sway. Meanwhile, Axpac has just managed to finish his fight inside of launch. If Mackle is able to win this fight inside of Sorting Factory, he will have captured the central position inside the next ring. And then all the other teams will have to come towards them. Sway not having an Eminent, which means they're going to have to fight out this entire team 2 times. And they're running out of bullets as well.
Yeah, they're running out of ammo. That is something that I noticed as well. They gotta preserve some ammo. They can't be spraying down their magazines like that. At the same time, Team Mako, they did not manage to wipe out the side of Team Sway, so I feel like that Team Mako are gonna try and fall back.
Yeah. I mean, Mackle doesn't... He's not able to kill Team Sway, but he did kill Team Binks. And now they're going in for this big brain rotation towards the circle. Now, they should be able to get inside this building over here, and that kind of ruins the chances of Team Sherlock to get inside. And not just Team Sherlock, even Team Sway is in a lot of trouble. I'm actually surprised Sherlock managed to disengage against Axpac, because these teams were throwing the dead protections at each other so many times, and somehow Sherlock managed to fall back, but now Team Axpac has another target in their crosshairs. They did scan a lot of their opponents. Oh, but they're not engaging. Team Axpac has to go for the chase.
They definitely have to, and I feel like that Fat Monster is going to try and signal that as well to the rest of the team. Axpac is going to have to call that shot, and there you go. Scanner's going to come in, we're going to be seeing Fat Monster and Axpac trying to just go ahead and take that fight. They're going to get some look, they're going to get some information, by the way, by just sliding right in over towards the other side, and they know the 2 of the players are right up close and personal there. One is over to his left-hand side, and one is over to his right-hand side, and yeah, they're going to try and move in SWAT style most probably. Try and go ahead and take that fight. But talking about fights, it is going to be actually Team Scout to go ahead and take that fight against the side of Team Mackle. And oh no, the Beast of the Hunt is activated, but no! It is going to be the side of Team Scout to be going down and out once again, not being able to stay alive till the very end. And it's going to be Team Mackle to win out that fight against Team Scout.
Yep, that's another squad taken out of the equation, and now Mackle, these guys are up against another fight. Sway's team has also tried to move in. These are desperation moves because they were forced in by the ring. Let's see how much longer Team Mackle is able to survive, because inside this room, they have the caustic Nox gas being thrown at them, but it's not enough to bring them down. They will still be able to take control of this building and retain it for the longest time possible. So Mackle's team has an actually pretty decent chance of winning this game, because they have a decent compound in their control, and that's it. Sway's been down. Where's the rest of the team? They're up on that high ground, but they won't be able to rescue her as Raj, he wants to confirm this kill, and that's it. Sway's been put 6 feet under.
The new kill leader is going to be Faraj with a total of 6 kills to his name. It's just crazy, isn't it? Such a player though. Built different. So now it's going to be Team Axpac to be fighting off against Team Mackle. Team Mackle, they've already taken a lot of damage, and a lot of utility and a lot of resources have been forced out from them. They need to be careful. They have to bandage their wounds before taking the fight against Team Axpac. Otherwise, Team Axpac were fully prepared and ready for this fight, right? You might just go ahead and take care of Team Mackle.
Yeah, but you gotta consider the fact that Axpac and Mackle fighting against each other means a lot of good stuff for Team Sherlock. Sherlock's team is still camping the bottom of the glass window building. They started this fight against Axpac's team, but they had to fall back after it because they just were sent instantly back with the dead protection. And they were like, yeah, we're not gonna push this advantage too much. So you can see that Sherlock, without Sherlock herself, semi-automatic and ultimate are camping at the bottom of that glass window building, and they are, they have Team Mackle at their back. As soon as this fight ends, they can have the perfect opportunity to third party.
Do that, and if they do go ahead and make that third party possible, pretty much take down both of these Titans without any issues whatsoever. Because they're already going to be, out of a lot of resources. Going to be out of energy as well. And yeah, Team Mackle, they are taking that fight now. It's going to be Prudge to spot out an enemy. He's going to mark it out as well, and that comes a jump pad, and Prudge is just going up close and personal. He's going to use that EVA 8, the meta weapon right now in the game. This is going to be Nexus of B to take care of startup guy on YouTube, by the way. And Mackle is just looking to take more and more shots. Just trying to just, force these guys out of their hiding holes. And again, the Bloodhound scan is going to come in. And I feel like that Raj is just going to be feeling it. And he's going to try and maybe fall. Not fall, actually. Just jump down as well to take that fight. You never really know. Grudge is just too adventurous.
They will never go down to that low ground. They are very comfortable where they are. They managed to boil Sherlock's team out of that position. And now Mackle's team has a great position. Lord Bathura, even though they're in the center of the ring, they are at the bottom. Luckily for them, they can't get shot from above. Unfortunately, Lord Bathura, the captain himself, is out, which means Clubs and Medusa are going to have to survive this one. They can stay at the bottom of this area, but at the bottom is yet another team, and that's going to be Team Mafia. Poor Mafia, these guys have only blue shields up until now. This could be problematic when they go up against red shield at Team Mackle.
Wow, did they call it a care package?
They don't have a lifeline, bro.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Oh yeah, the mobile respawn. My bad.
I mean, they don't have anyone else to respawn, but they just, in case they need it, in case somebody dies. If nothing else, extra cover maybe. But yeah, what good is that cover when Team Mackle has such a huge high ground advantage over you? There's basically no places left to run and hide. They're going to have to go towards the other side. And they can't even do that because another team is camping in that location. These guys are basically trapped right now. And Mackle's team, these guys being on the high ground, have the highest amount of advantage.
That's right. They do have that vantage point that they need, and they're going to try and make absolute best use of it as well. Team Mackle, as you did mention, they're pretty comfortable up there, so they're not going to try and rotate out of here. Whereas the rest of the teams, are going to be forced out of the positions that they're holding on to right now. One of such teams is the team that we just saw coming in a mobile respawn unit, and that is going to be Medusa. Be going down from the hands of Felixi. Felixi, on the other hand, is doing quite a lot of damage. And Team Mafia, they just pounced on towards Team Lord Bathura and took them down as well. Esports left out now. Total of 8 players, make it 7 as Northern Breeze takes down 8-bit Mafia as well. Northern Breeze looking for more. He has spotted out one more player. Gonna try and go in for that spray down with the R301. Most probably a burst, not a spray down, not a complete spray, but yeah, he's definitely trying to connect that head as well. Further going in, this guy is just crazy as he's further trying to push down all 2 of these players that are left out in that particular area. Raj, on the other hand, is trying to provide some cover on towards Northern Breeze, whereas Northern Breeze is taking the fight from an off angle. This angle might not be expected from Team Mafia. And I feel like that Northern Breeze is just going to go up close to first with the 8x8 with Praj. And it's going to be Praj to go ahead and get himself a frag, whereas Northern Breeze is going to go ahead and take care of Bragum. No, actually it's Praj to take down Bragum, and Northern Breeze to take one more frag, and it's going to be Team Mackle to be the champions, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Team Mafia versus Team Mackle, and you called it, Chris. You called it. You said that Team Mackle might just be able to go ahead and take it away, and they did.
Yeah, with that high ground advantage, they were able to screw every team over. So many of these teams had to get into deliberately bad positions. You can see the desperation moves. They're calling in respawn beacons for cover because, I mean, they got all their players alive, but what else will you call it down for? You have nothing to work with on that low ground area over there. The one little cliff which you can use for cover is also being camped by Lord Bathura's team. So Mafia and Lord Bathura's team are basically zone screwed, area screwed, and high ground screwed as well. I love the way how Team Mackle was able to deal with Axpack's team really quickly. Wasn't exactly quit. It was a very long and drawn-on battle. But the best part was they avoided being third-partied by Sherlock.
Yeah, that was something that they were very, very careful about because it has been happening quite a while, right? Now, it has been Team Sherlock every single time, third-partying their way in and stealing the light, stealing the show. So, yeah, they were very, very careful about that, and they did not allow that to happen. But more than that, I feel like Team Mackle, they definitely deserve that victory as well, right? With the aggression coming out from the side of Praj, with the amount of kills that he was putting up on the board as well, moving in so aggressively, even without the team, he was like, okay, you know what? I'm feeling it. I'm jumping in, and I'm going to take the shot as well with the EVA 8. And he did that. He forced these teams out of the vantage point that they had, especially Team Sway as well, right? Where they were just forced and pushed down from that vantage point that they were in. And Team Lord Bathura, they did not stand a chance against Team Mafia because Team Mafia, they just came in from, I don't know where. I didn't even spot out Team Mafia coming in. They were so sneaky, right, to be making that precise play. And Team Bathura, exactly, just like the casters, they were also completely bamboozled when Team Mafia, they hopped in and they took them down as well. So with that, we have got the match highlights ready. Let's quickly jump straight into his match highlights. And I want to ask you this, Crips. What exactly did you think was the entire show in match 4? What did you think kind of stood out in this particular match?
I would just have to just congratulate Team Mackle because they were just moving all over the place. They started in Fragment, they were chasing Team Pile, and while they were chasing Pile, they ran into Rebels team. They were able to wipe them out as well. From Skyhook back down to Fragment, they were chasing the last player surviving for this team, and they were able to hunt him down as well. After that happened, they were up against the behemoths of Team Axpac, who also from Thermal Station picked up a bunch of kills. Team Mackle up in north near Skyhook, Team Axpac down near Thermal Station in south. Both of these teams meet in the middle towards Sorting Factory, and after that, they were just battling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Other teams tried to step in, like you had a little bit of relevance from Team Sherlock as they were able to somehow get the third party onto Axpac's team, and Axpac actually clutched that battle. We will see that moment, which is pretty damn impressive. But here we have Mackle's team hunting down Binks. They basically wiped the floor with them in a matter of seconds as Ankita, C, Binks, and Strix, all of them were wiped out in a very short amount of time. Then we had Axpac over Team Sherlock over here, and this is actually a pretty damn good battle. The EMP was spot on, but the follow-up was not. Unfortunately, even after the follow-up, they had to deal with the dead protection that Axpac put up late. And with that, they were able to send most of the players of Team Sherlock back. And after Team Sherlock's teammates were sent back, they did not re-engage after that dead protection. They decided to camp at the bottom of the glass window building, right? And Sherlock's team, they did not win against Axpac. After that, Axpac was just wiping the floor with everyone else. Even these guys, I believe it was Sway's team that fell victim to them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, right? When Praj pushed in straight in towards Team Sway, he did not show any mercy.
Yeah. So basically, Sway's team was shuttling in between Mackle and Axpac's team. They got to choose which one of these teams ends their fate. But I have to give credit to Axpac himself, though. Like, after Team Sherlock disengaged against him, they were hiding. And then when Axpac and Mackle started to fight, Sherlock tried to third party them, and Axpac clutched that 1v2.
That definitely was the overall show coming down from the side of Team Axpac, Mackle, and Sherlock. All three of these teams are trying really, really hard to just, try and get that edge over each other and maybe try and put up that champion or maybe the most number of kills on the board as well. Because right now, all three of these teams are the ones who are dominating the leaderboard alongside Team Scout as well. Team Scout, once again, were not able to do much because they just got rushed onto by Team Mackle. And the way Team Mackle took that fight with the death protection was really, really sweet and a beautiful sight to witness as well. Match for standings are ready, so let's quickly jump straight into them and take a look at how many points did each one of them scored. So it is going to be Team Mackle, scored a total of 30 points. Damn. That
18
is going to
kills?
change things up.
Yeah, 18 kills, which means these guys were like super steady this time. They started by wiping out Team Pyre, then they went up against Team Rebel. They also
Yeah.
wiped out Team Binks. They tried to fight against Team Sway. They were
They took
able to
down
kill
Team Sway as well.
Yeah, they took down Team Sway. If not the entire team, they took down like Sway
Sway though,
herself.
yeah.
Then they were fighting against Team Axpac, but that fight went on for too long, so both the teams decided to disengage. I have to appreciate Axpac for clutching out that 1v2 against Sherlock, but then Mackle's team killed Sherlock and everyone else, and they were able to win the entire game by holding on to that high ground advantage.
Yeah, the high ground advantage is something that came into the favor of Team Mackle, and they were able to put up such a dominating performance. Out of the 18 kill points, I feel like that, I don't know, most of them might just be from Praj. Praj was just, I don't know what he was on. He was just feeling it. It was just popping off every single time. Left, right, and center, you would see Praj on the kill feed. Every time. Like, you look at the kill feed, if there's a kill, that's Praj's.
Yeah. And Praj, this man was a monster, along with his other teammates, of course. Let's take a look at the overall standings and see how this affects the uh, the main scoreboard over here. I do believe with this performance, Mackel's team should be able to take the lead, and yes, that is the case. They have overtaken Axpac. Scouts team still relevant, but they're only 3 points ahead of Sherlock, and they're still in the 30s club. Meanwhile, Axpac team, they were in 60s club, and now they've taken the lead and extended forward to 80s club. Mackel and Axpac basically are going to be the two teams that win this tournament. It's gonna be one of them, and it's gonna
Yeah.
boil down to the last game. And you see, the firepower on these two teams is so much that they never could finish the fight against each other. Mackel and Axpac fighting each other, and they kept on dragging the fight for too long. And you know what happens in Apex Legends when a fight drags on for too long? You invite third parties, and Axpac's team was then occupied by Sherlock. So yeah, that happened. And Mackel was like, "All right, thanks, Sherlock. Thanks for making this game easier for us. You took down one of the stronger teams over here, and then we will just come in and swoop in like vultures to steal everything else."
But do you look at the difference on the overall standings, Chris? Team Mackel and Team Axback on the 80s club, whereas the third spot is at 39 points. This is disastrous. Team Mackel and Team Axback, you guys gotta chill down. You guys gotta stop. Otherwise, nobody will be able to keep up.
Bet for Mercy, his team performed well in game number one, but after that, their performances have been really lackluster. Same goes for Team Bloodline and Stabby. In fact, they were never even able to have a decent game number one. Poor Binks. You saw, Binks was engaged in a battle with Team Sway inside Sorting Factory. But then Mackel's team comes in and wipes both of them out.
True that. And I feel like that, still teams like Pinkses and Stabby, they all haven't been able to, get their foot into the game yet. They haven't been able to get a win, or neither have they been able to survive till the very end. Team Stabby, though, did survive with like the rest of the 9 squads in the server, so that was pretty good. But then again, they got taken down by Lord Bathura, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, nice try though, Team Stabby. They will definitely get some placement points, but that won't make that big of a difference because we know for a fact that the first two spots they're in the 80s club, whereas from there on out it's like 30s, 20s, and then 10s, 11, 10s, and then fives. Their Princess is on 103 points. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it clearly looks like that the overall standings has a little bit of a uh, a little bit of a comical event right there. Because Team Mackel and Team Axback definitely need to maybe let all of these other teams, go ahead and frag it out as well. Why not? Because these guys
Yeah.
have already secured themselves at like the first spot, right? 87 points.
Yeah. And I think I can kind of imagine Mackel and Axpac's team not fighting each other early on in the game because they both have
Yeah.
such very drop locations. Mackel's team usually extends towards the north. They drop inside of Fragment. And in the previous game, they wiped out Bloodline by going towards Overlook. This time, they chased Piles and Rebels team all the way to Skyhawk. You see how far Fragment and Skyhawk are?
Yep.
It's like half a map away. So they were chasing them to the ends of the earth. They were able to wipe out both the teams, and then they came down south. Whereas Axpac team, they were picking up all the kills towards launch, towards sorting factory, and all the other areas down south, even thermal station to some extent. But then they didn't stay there for
Yeah.
too long. They moved away. So yeah, both these teams, I believe, will be trying to feed on the other squads as much as possible now, and then they face off against each other in the finals as the two titans.
With that, I really want to see what exactly is going to happen in the final match of the day, by the way, which is going to be starting really, really soon. So, what I want you guys to do is go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit that bell notification icon to never miss another update. Also, please go ahead and check out our sponsors, Lenovo, AMD, and Reliance Digital, because they've got some amazing deals. All the links can be found down in the description below. Also, please do participate in the giveaway because we've got some Lenovo gaming mouse and Reliance Digital coupon codes up for grabs for you guys exclusively to all the viewers who are watching the stream. So please go ahead and check out the link down in the description below to participate in the giveaway and stand a chance to win those prizes as well. I feel like that towards we reach the end of day number one, right, Crips? Things have already come into light that Team Mackel and Team Axback are the team that are just unstoppable. They're the most dominating out there. And as we are about to move over towards day 2 after match number 5 for the day, as we are going to be moving on towards day number 2 tomorrow at the same time at 7 p.m., I feel that these teams, they might just, stay up all night, maybe practicing and rewatching this entire WOD, trying to figure out as to how exactly Team Mackle and Team Axback are putting up their work. And more than that, they are going to try and brush up and sharpen up their aims, because aim is something that they're not able to tackle against the side of Team Mackle.
Disagree. Okay,
Disagree?
Here's the thing.
Hmm.
Every streamer plays FPS games over here. Their
No,
aim
so
is
basically,
fine,
yeah, their aim is fine, but not
but
up to
the
the
movement
yeah.
is what differentiate Axpac
Like
and Mackle.
movement is definitely there. I mean, it is a part where these guys are just way out of everyone's league. But even in terms of aim, I feel though there's some sort of a, I don't know. I just feel like Praj's aim and his entire recoil control, his patterns, and the way he just moves
Oh
around,
yeah,
right,
the
with the
recoil
weapon.
control. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: like you've got people who are just walking, running in a straight line, and then you've got Praj sliding,
Who's
wall
just
bouncing, tap strafing midair, and then landing behind you. So an
yeah.
average person who's seeing him approach in a direction now sees him jump up on the wall and then high jump behind him. Like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
That's the
Exactly.
that's the mechanical superiority on these
Mm.
Apex Legends pros. And I do feel like Axpac's team is a little imbalanced. Like all the players in his team are Apex professionals. Everyone else, they either have one streamer and a couple of professionals with them, or no players who played Apex before. Like Strix
Yeah.
is a lovely Valorant player. We've seen him so many times wreak havoc in a lot of Valorant games, but over here in Apex, he's also struggling. His aim is perfect, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But that mechanical superiority, that smoothness of the movement is just something that is, inherent only to the Apex pros, and they can only, get it by playing the game again and again. And also, you can't hold it against them, right? I don't think
Yeah.
all of these players play Apex that much. So, yeah,
True that.
I mean, you invest more time in the game, you will get better.
Yeah, I feel like that Praj definitely invests a lot of his time
Definitely.
into this game, because yeah, he is, of course, as you said, a professional player, but my oh my, to have that sort of a mechanical superiority is just something that I would might take a year to get in Apex Legends. It's not that easy. Maybe more than a year, I don't know. I have to be consistent and play the game as well every single day, which I'm not able to.
Yeah.
But anyways, I might just as well grind with you. You are some sort of a semi-professional yourself, right?
Mm,
No, did I hit a nerve there?
you're kind of overestimating me over here. I
Okay,
mean,
all right, cool. I don't know.
well,
I have always seen you as like the superior figure. So,
all right, ladies
anyways,
and gentlemen, enough praising me. Let's just
enough,
praise the
enough.
players over here.
Let's
Let's
just
just praise
yeah,
the players over
let's
here.
praise the match because it's ready. Let's quickly jump straight in towards the message from our sponsors, and we're gonna be right back with you guys. The final match of the day, which is gonna be match number 5.
Kill one now. I burn. Kill one now. I burn.
Welcome back, ladies and
Hello.
gentlemen. Oh, all right, cool. Okay, take it away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back with the games, and let's just get right into it. The dropship is kind of bisecting the map in half, starting from the south this time around. Let's see if any one of these sweaty teams decides to change up their drop location or not. For now, I do see Begum, Flexi, and all these guys going towards the thermal station just as last time. We do have Scouts team once again going towards the dome. They might just head towards Lava City later on. We have Stabby in launch site. Again, no one to contest them over here last time. Last time Sherlock's team did drop into launch site instead of sorting factory, but it seems like they have gone back to their old comfort zone. Sway again in Harvester, just like last time. And Countdown is occupied by Axeback's team, so again, no changes over there. This time, Fragment does look pretty sweaty. I mean, Mackle's team is over here, but Binks also dropping into Fragment. This time, this could be very interesting.
Yeah, there are 3 teams over towards the Fragments right now, and I feel like that Lord Batura's team is over towards the north of Fragment as well. So eventually, later down the line, they might just make that rotation and face off against these teams who are in over towards the Fragments.
Yeah. And Fragment definitely can turn into one of those places where you will have only one chance to nail that squad wipe. If you drag this fight on for too long, third parties will come in from everywhere.
Now, though, there's going to be Team Bloodline right in front of your screens who are trying to loot up, try to find some good assault rifles to hold on to. Wow, Eva 8 and Spitfire. Under that player is Axeback has found himself a flat 9 and R99. Looks like that he's loaded. Axeback has already got himself a gold shield as well, Clips. So, yep, looks like that Team Axeback, they might just have that advantage right off the bat in the match.
From Countdown to Lava Fisher real quick. They've finished looting and they're on the hunt already. Oh, they found Fire again. Last time she was hunted down by Mackle. This time she's hunted down by Axeback. This team keeps on getting into trouble from the toppers of the score table. And there's just seem to... It's almost like there's no escape. How much longer can they hold on?
Interesting analysis as well, and I feel like that Team Axeback, right? They're gonna keep on dishing out this damage as well, because we did talk about this. They've got the better loot, and all of these teams, they're trying to just, still salvage some of the loot out there. They're trying to just get themselves some assault rifles, and yeah, it surely feels like that Team Axeback, right, on top of their entire lineup, right? It feels like that they are just gonna go ahead and conquer this particular region.
Yep, they've got the entire Lava Fisher area for themselves as well. So, yeah, these guys cover ground really, really quickly. They went from Countdown to Lava Fisher. We've already got one team, and maybe more.
Team Mackle, they have finished off Team Bings off your screens, ladies and gentlemen. So that is a one-time little tidbit that we got as well. Team Bings not able to survive that long in this particular matchup. I mean, yeah, Team Bings, they have been quite unfortunate when it comes down to their rotation game and also trying to evade all of these titans such as Team Mackle. Although Team Mackle, they are taking one more fight for themselves right now. It's going to be the side of Team Mackle to reign supreme, and look at that. Ooh, the Peacekeeper is coming into action, and I feel like that Team Mackle is just gonna go ahead and they're just gonna wipe up that squad.
Yeah, real quick. Just completely decimated them in a matter of seconds. That was so quick. It's almost like their opponents never even got a chance to figure out what's coming in their direction.
Yeah, and they didn't.
Yeah, that's it. They were dead, out, and destroyed. Sherlock seemed pretty safe this time around. And it seems like they won't be going for any of those sweaty pushes once again. Although, this is the area where they got into trouble last time around against Team Axpac, so they should be pretty careful over here, just on the edges of Sorting Factory. They do know that a couple of teams like to drop towards Tree, maybe towards Lava City as well, so they're trying to look out for their next prey. But so far, they haven't found anyone.
That they haven't, and I feel like the team Sherlock are just going to try and hold on to this vantage point. Maybe try and make their way in over towards the zipline. Zip their way down and maybe try and find a little bit more. Because if you do have a look at it, right, it's just semi-automatic who has got himself a better loot. Ultimate Noob and Sherlock, they still are struggling. And, whoa, wow. That's the crypto drone, isn't it?
Yep. Team Sherlock, these guys are probably one of the only teams that is running the crypto instead of the Bloodhound. And yeah, it has helped them gather information quite a lot in the past. But this time it seems like Team Mafia is in a little bit of trouble because they were spotted out.
But a crypto, Bloodhound, a crypto, a Bloodhound, and an Octane combo coming out from the side of Team Sherlock. Interesting, because the thing is that crypto, I didn't mention this in the match. Why we aren't seeing any crypto plays coming out as well from all of these streamers and all of these teams. Well, Team Sherlock, it might have been possible that they heard me out. They're like, okay, you know what, for the caster, it's gonna bring out crypto to try and run some reconnaissance using the crypto drone, get some information, and maybe strategize our moves a little bit more better moving on forward into the final match. Now though it is going to be Team Scat be using up the death protection. They're going to try and take that fight as well. They have spotted out a few of their enemies, and I feel like there's going to be side of Team Scout. Go ahead and take that fight and take care of Dhruv and gang.
Yep. Team Scout this time though. They might try to engage against Team Savvy, but not really sure because they have some other things to do as well.
Oh, semi-automatic actually
took
down
so.
Savvy, by the way. Yeah, semi-automatic on the other hand took down not Team actually. He took down Stabby using the Peacekeeper. Interestingly, Ruga has also found a frag on towards Ultimate Group. Team Scout, they have got themselves pretty damn good loot. I would pretty much call the Evite and the Flatline combo one of the best as well, because at this early in the game, right, I find this sort of a combo is pretty good, and it sort of gives you that fine balance between long range and short range engagements. Max back right now, by the way. Try and get someone out, and the 12 squads left on the server. Max back have found out a team towards their south. That is the southern region on the map. I feel like that fat monster. I'll just try and get a lot more information. We'll try and move in a little bit more close and scan the area for players in and around the region as well. 1.5 minutes for the ring slows down, and thermal station has been occupied by Team Axpac, if I'm not wrong. Team Axpac, they are trying to clear out the entirety of thermal station. And yeah, I feel like that Team Axpac might just be able to stream against this particular fight, and they might just go ahead and take down this particular team right in front of them as well. All three of these players have been tagged by Fat Monster, and he's just gonna try and rush it with a monster of his own and take Fat down. There you go. Fat is down. Fat is gonna take a lot of damage, and he's gonna be knocked out as well. Whereas there comes the startup guy on YouTube with his Evite, try and get something done. It's gonna be Northern Reese to come in and take care of Medusa from the side of Team Lord Bathura on the other hand. And it is going to be X back to spot out a team coming in from their backlines.
X back in a little bit of trouble right now. He needs to get away from this one. He's lost both of his teammates already. Somehow, these guys are falling victim to the wrong team over here. They expected Mackle to be the only team who can put up a fight against them, but nah, not like this, son. X-Pac will be able to get away, but can he recover the banners of his teammates, though? I don't think so. It's you guys punishing them. This was an enemy that they did not expect to come up against. And them taking the L now means that Team Mackle will have quite a lot of advantage. And Mackle will be very happy right now because Axpac is losing his members. He's probably going to have to rat his way to victory. He might be able to recover the banners of his teammates later on, but for now, it's a little problematic.
Definitely is. Team Axback, they've lost out the startup guy, and yeah, with him knocked out and Fat Monster out of this particular fight, the banner has to be recovered, and maybe respawn has to be done as well. Team Mackle, on the other hand, might as well go up against the side of Team Sherlock, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Team Sherlock. They are gonna try. No, actually, Team Sway, right? Yeah, it's Team Sway, not Team Mackle. My bad. Team Sway and Team Sherlock are going up against each other, and I feel like that maybe Juzo is gonna be making a difference here, but now Semi-Automatic comes in with a tougher reply, and he's gonna be like, nope. That line is going to be the one to reign supreme here, and I'm going to go ahead and take you down as well with that single straight down. Juzo's going to be going down, and I guess that Team Mackle might just go ahead and get themselves another squad wipe, because Northern Breeze is going to be taking that fight with the Peacekeeper is going to go up close and personal and get that frag as well.
This is the second time Mackle has wiped out Bloodline. Axpac, they eliminated Bloodline last time, but this time Axpac himself has been shut down. He was wiped out by Ryuga. That man alone was able to do so much damage onto Axpac's team. But you know who the real winner is over here? It's Mackle, because his team will be very happy with Axpac out of the equation. And they continue to reign supreme as Mackle this time has another target in his crosshairs. Oh my goodness. North is able to get the kill onto Diana. Pink's team, they walk into the wrong part of the map and they fall victim. And just like that, they've been destroyed. All of them taken down.
Yeah, there's going to be Team Mackle to go ahead and take that fight against Team Pinxis. Team Pinxis, they were trying to make that rotation as well. They're trying to get out of that particular ring closure as well. But hey, it looks like that Team Mackle, with them going out and taking care of Team Pinxis as well, they secured themselves a lot of kills, because yeah, they did take a couple of fights before that as well. Team Sherlock, by the way, on the other hand, has still, yeah, they're still just holding on to that specific spot. They haven't moved an inch, and I feel like that after taking the fight with Team Sway, they are going to be going back to the exact same position. They're going to try and play it out for that vantage point.
Team Sherlock, they must be feeling pretty happy with this now, aren't they? I mean, they don't have enough points to overcome Axpac's lead, but they can at least overcome Scout's lead and get to 3rd place. They have another team in their crosshairs now. Let's see if they're able to pick up this fight against the other teams or not. They have definitely spotted them out. They've got 2 scanners as well, which means they don't even need to have eyes on them. While this is happening, Fatu's team is in a little bit of trouble. They're trying to rotate over from the tree side, trying to move towards Harvester. But they're taking a couple of gunshots. I don't know from who though. But they have created enough distance between themselves and their opponents. So maybe Fatu's team will be able to mount a little bit of a resurgence over here as they're trying to make a very safe rotation.
That is going all solo. Maybe the Lone Wolf here is going to try and go up ahead, find some loot, take it for the team if they need anything. Whereas Northern Breeze, he's going to go ahead and take care of Lord Batura. Is that a squad vibe though? Because I feel as if one player already went down from the side of Lord Batura. That's not a squad vibe. Okay, alright. Team Mackle, they definitely had an eye on Team Lord Batura, by the way. But yeah, it looks like that it is going to be Northern Breeze to go ahead and take down Lord Batura. On the other hand, facing Team Mafia, taking that fight up against Team Fatu.
Against
Yes.
Team Fatu, yeah.
Yeah, Team
They were
Fatu.
the ones who were trying to shut down Team Fatu from rotating in this area as well, but now it seems like they finally caught up with them. Fatu's team, they were trying to put in as much distance in between them and Mafia as possible, and now you see a little bit of bad manners as Big prompted the finisher but decided to shoot them down instead. That's too risky to go for the finisher, this out in the open. Rebels team definitely have the other members of Team Fatu surrounded, and now they got the death protection too. Battle Big himself flew up into the air in the wrong direction, but now Team Mackle are also trying to come into the picture over here. Oh my goodness, it seems like Fatu's team is getting pounded by Team Mackle and Team Sherlock at the same time. Oh, this could be disastrous. Zed on YT as well has been taken down by Praj, and North gets cracked. They're falling like flies. I think only Fatu himself is remaining right now. Is he alive?
No, Fatu got taken down.
Fadu himself got taken down.
Yeah, Fadu got
Yeah.
taken down. Krat is also out, and it, I guess, is all down to one more player. Begum down too, by the way, by the hands of Battle. I'm not really sure. He bled out actually. Battlebig, yeah, Battlebig.
Yeah.
Battlebig was the one to go ahead and inflict that damage, and he just bled out. Now Team Rebel, they don't really have a lot of HP to work with here, and they need to be very careful. I think the fight up against Team Rebel, because Team Rebel right here were the ones to engage on towards Team Fadu first, but there's actually a third party to come in and take care of Team Fadu.
So Rebel, Mafia, both of these teams, I believe, converged upon Fatu's team, and then even Mackle's team showed up to some extent, but they were not actually trying to converge upon them. They were just trying to take pot shots from far away. And Sherlock's team, they were in the midst of this action as well, but they were like, screw it, there's way too many people over here, so they get out. And it's a pretty successful rotation from Team Sherlock because they're the first team to reach inside the ring now.
And it's pretty interesting to see Team Sherlock just, you know, in a way that they are just strategizing their moves right now. They know for a fact that a lot of action is happening in and around the area. They've got pretty damn good loots as well. And just like always, they are, you know, just waiting for the right time to pounce on and butcher the rest of the Titans as well. And that's a pretty good strategy in my opinion.
Raj is up at 9 kills. God damn, this guy's hot. And he's sweaty.
Yep.
He's got more people in his crosshairs, and it's a flying battle as he's able to connect a couple of shots with the EVA 8 in mid-air. He wants to pluck his opponents out of the sky, but there's an EMP headed his way, and there's only one team running a crypto. That's going to be Team Sherlock. They're in a little bit of trouble as Mackle's team has to fall back down to the low ground. But no, they get picked off from far away. Sneezy and Kick, they're able to confirm the kills as well, but Battle is the one who steals that kill away. I'm not even sure if that counts as a kill steal, but hey.
That's a Krieger, right?
Wait, was that a Kraber?
Oh, sorry, a Kraber. Yeah, on Sneezy. It was a Kraber. Yeah.
Damn, if they've got the Kraber in their hands and a crypto EMP available, this could be big. But Praj actually manages to get to the low ground where North can revive him, so that's great. Mackle's banner is also in a position from where they can recover it, so maybe Mackle is not out of this game just yet.
He definitely isn't. I mean, he's gonna try his level best to go ahead and, you know, avenge his comrades. Praj, unfortunate for him to just bounce on towards that team right there. Oh, actually, Mackle is down and Praj is alive. Oh, interesting. Alright, my bad.
Because the kill leader is still online now.
Yeah, the kill leader is still online, and he's up and alive, and he's gonna try and maybe clutch it out for the side of Team Mackle.
Team Rebel on top of this roof of the building. This is actually a decent-ish enough spot because there's only a few other spots from where some other team can gain the high ground advantage over them. So they're not in a very shabby position themselves. Unfortunately, Team Mackle probably won't be able to recover Mackle's banner. But they have a couple of other people in mind. And this guy, poor person, clubs. He's gonna get found. Both of them just hunt him down with the EVA 8s. This was, I believe, a member for Team Bathura. So Bathura himself is down. Now Clubs is down.
Medusa should be alive.
Yeah,
Medusa should be alive.
Somewhere. Yeah, but Medusa is alive. That's
alive.
true. But Mackle's team will be able to get to the top. Yeah, with the zipline they can. Tank a little bit of zone damage, but that's okay. Clutch can recover passively. Northern Priest can get in line with the syringe. And with this, Mackle's team is back in the action.
There's a fourth ring closing in, right? So that is kind of gonna take a lot of damage as well. But hey, it's completely fine though. Like Team Scout, they still have got all three of their players ready, and Sneezy had the Kraber.
Yeah,
there you go. Yeah,
it's
he
gonna
has
be
the
big.
Kraber.
And if they're able to find this headshot, this would be big. Is that Sherlock's team over there, or is that?
That's North. That's North actually. From the side of Team Mackle. North and Praj actually climbed up, right? With the zipline. We saw them.
Oh, yeah.
Sneezy is trying to, snipe them out. But that... I felt as if the trigger discipline was a little bit too much.
Oh, Rebel's team is over here. Yeah, you're right. North is on the other side, and Rebel's team, the circle actually moves towards them. So they've got the ring advantage right now. This could be big if they are able to hold on to this advantage, because that's what happens when you get the zone advantage. All the teams are going to focus on you instead. And the fact that they've only got blue sheens on Rebel, which means they are a very soft target. Oh my god, here comes the Octane jumping across the sky, drops down instead, and he's gonna get back inside the building, which means Team Rebel, they have just been poked. They got enemies underneath them, but they need to be aware of enemies falling from the skies too.
Team Rebel, they pretty much have a very good position here, and they can just hold on to it as well. Unless the zone closes in and now forces them to reposition themselves on towards maybe a lower ground. But I don't think so that's going to happen, though.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Rebel team are trying to hold on to the high ground advantage for as long as possible, whereas everyone else is gonna have to somehow creep up and take out Rebel's team. If not take out Rebel's team, at least make sure that they themselves don't get taken down by someone else. There you go. Poor guy Medusa, last man surviving for his team, has enemies waiting on the other side of his door for him, and that's why you can see he's priming his utility. I believe that will be Sherlock's team who's trying to... I believe that is Sherlock's team who's trying to gatekeep her. And she's trapped over here, like she's got no way out. She's gonna have to tank a little bit of zone damage in order to get to playable area. She's trapped in between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, and Raj right now is just moving in, getting out of this position because he knows that there are grenades and just bombardments coming right on top of them as well. There's gonna be Team Mackle to go ahead and took down Team Rebel. And it is Team Mackle to go ahead and take the fight up against Team Mafia, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, Medusa's gonna be finally going down, by the way. Ultimate Noob is gonna come in and take care of Medusa. So that is gonna be Lord Batura. Team Lord Batura going out. Squad's left out right now, and the crypto drone. This is gonna be the crypto drone. Yeah, Northern Prash have the high ground right about now, though. And where's Team Sherlock?
Yeah, Sherlock's team is still downstairs.
Yeah, they're right below, right?
They will have, they're right below them, and they will have to somehow find a way to get upstairs. If not get upstairs, at least force these guys off of that roof. I mean, they're somewhat on the roof right now, but they still have to go a level above. And that is the opportunity the Team Mackle will look to capitalize upon as they're facing multiple opponents at this moment. Ryuga, he knocked out Sneeze and Scorpion. That means Team Scout is also still available over here, and they're trying to make sure that the close range battles go in their favor. At this point, the Kraber is not going to be of much use, but semi-automatic tank and a little bit of zone damage trying to come in from behind them, and he takes down Sludge. Can he get back to safety? No! He will be able to knock out everyone else as well, as Ultimate Noob is also taking a little bit of damage. This is so chaotic. Team Sherlock might just be in prime position to win this game over here. It's a 1 versus 3. Can they win this battle? Oh, they're trying to go in from the other side. Sneeze has been finished off. Can anyone else survive their onslaught? Where's the last man? They're still searching for him.
He's right below him. He's right below them. He's right below them. And I feel like that, yeah, it is gonna be a little bit of a problem, though. Yeah, it is gonna be a little bit of a problem for them to just, go ahead and find him out. That player might just... Yeah, that player might just die to the ring. I'm not really sure. Yeah, he's gonna come out. He's gonna come out now. He's gonna come out. He's gonna try and find them. And there you go. Team Sherlock gonna try and go and take this fight, and they are gonna be emerging out as champions. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Sherlock are gonna be the ones to go ahead and put up that champion. The final match of the day. What a performance from them, huh? Once again, strategizing their moves, just waiting for the right time to pounce in, and as soon as they do, they find all of these frags coming straight into their crosshairs.
Team Sherlock, they basically stole the advantage away from Mackle's team. Keep in mind that these two players on Team Mackle at one point were able to wipe out Mafia's team, and then their position was stolen by Sherlock's team. So every team was basically trying to focus on that roof. One team over there got taken down by the other. They got taken down by yet another team, and everyone's just trying to fight for high ground over there. And at the end of the day, Sherlock did not even need that high ground. They basically decided, screw it, we're gonna go downstairs and fight them instead, because they don't want to go into a heal battle. That's just the most unorthodox way to end the game, and you can't really guarantee whether or not you'll win that way. So they're like, you know what, we'll just fight them.
True that, and I thought that Team Sherlock, right, the way they played it out as well was, It's pretty darn beautiful. And Team Mackle, actually, I was quite surprised to see Mackle going down, but then unfortunately he was not there to go ahead and support Praj and Northern Breeze. Both of them, they did stand tall, and they did try their level best to put up a fight, but unfortunately Northern Breeze, he just got cornered because Team Scout and then Team Sherlock, they both just pounced in onto them. Scorpion was actually the one, if I'm not wrong, to go ahead and take down Northern Breeze. And then Team Sherlock, they kind of moved in as well, took down Team Scout, and then tried to go in for the rest of the players as well. A pretty good one. I guess Praj had the highest number of kills, if I'm not wrong. Praj did have
Yeah,
a lot of kills in that particular
9.
match.
He
Nine,
had
huh?
9 kills when we saw it from
Hmm.
his perspective. That
Yeah.
might have changed
He
later
was the
because
kill
he was
leader as well. He
still.
might have, yeah, it might have changed later.
Yeah, it might have changed later, but then hey, that's the best part. At this point, if Praj alone has like 9 something kills, which might have increased later on, it means these guys will still have all the kill points, even if they don't have the placements. Let's take a look at
Yep.
the match highlights and see how these guys were just decimating the lobby, left, right, and center. It was basically between Axpac and Mackle, but Axpac team, yeah, they kind of fell early, and I think
Yeah.
at this point, Mackle with not just the lead over Axpac, with so many kill points as well, they should be able to pick up the trophy of this streamer showdown. Let's take a look at the highlights first, though, because there were some pretty interesting frags from both these teams. In fact, Sherlock's team also tried to entertain us towards the end over there with great positioning and game sense.
The best part about the start of the match was the fact that Team Axback, they were the ones to get first blood, if I'm not wrong. They were the ones to go ahead and start out the Fragathon. And then Team Mackle, they joined the action as well. They went ahead and played out Team Mercy. And yeah, interestingly, Team Mackle, later down the line, they kept on, adding up to that kill streak of theirs, especially when Team Axback were going up against the side of Team Rebel. And when Team Lord Bathura were kind of honored as well, like you would notice right here, Medusa did go down. I kind of told you, right? One of the players from the side of Team Lord Bathura is down, and that was Medusa. Medusa got picked back, and then we had Team Sherlock going up against Team Sway, where Juzo was not able to do much. It was semi-automatic to go ahead and use the EVA 8 to finish things off on towards Juzo. Then over towards the other side, we had Team Mackle going up against the side of Team Bloodline. And surprisingly, Team Bloodline, they just got cornered. Like, I expected Team Bloodline to be winning out that fight because Team Mackle, they just entered the region. And Team Bloodline, they already had a lot of real estate over that part of the map.
Yeah, but Mackle's team is so hot and heavy on momentum. You gotta expect that these guys will have the advantage over everyone else, definitely. I mean, we saw Bloodline get completely destroyed by Axpac and Mackle both all throughout the day, several times over. So yeah, that kind of was to be expected. This fight though was super interesting because Mafia was trying to chase down Fatu's team, and then Rebel's team came into third party them. Somehow Sherlock's team was also present over there, but Sherlock's team disengaged when they realized this fight has way too many participants. So they were like, let's back off and let's take position towards the sorting factory instead. Mackle team somehow was able to kill this team up on the roof. And this was an important position, right? Because every team was vying for this roof. They first eliminated Rebel, then Mackle's team themselves got eliminated by, I believe, Sherlock's team. And Scout tried to enter this battle. They tried to get a little piece of the action from below, but they were instantly destroyed by Ryuga.
And then Team Sherlock just came in hot, finished out the rest of the players. It was Northern Breeze to be going down by the hands of Ultimate Noob. And then Prudge just bled out because of semi-automatic going up ahead and knocking him down. It was actually Sneezy's live. It was at a Team Scout who was trying to survive behind that box, but then the ring was closing in as well. And it was just down to Team Sherlock making the decision of stepping out of that safe zone, going inside of the moving outside of the ring actually, and then going up ahead and taking the fight, finishing things off to emerge out as the champion. So, yep, that was pretty interesting coming out from the side of Team Sherlock. I did not expect that. I expected Team Mackle to just put up another champion, or maybe even Team Axback to do the same. But then Team Axback and Team Mackle kind of got unfortunate and unlucky, and Team Sherlock actually, they did pretty good.
Yeah, Team Sherlock has been doing really, really well. In fact, these guys were the ones who overtook Scout's team, and they probably might have outlived them with more frags as well. Keep in mind that we had two different tiers of teams over here, right? You
Hmm.
had Axpac and Mackle on the very top fighting against each other,
Yeah.
and then Sherlock and Scout, these two teams were competing against each other for the third and fourth position, respectively. Everyone else below fifth position is not even relevant to the score anymore. But this time, because Sherlock was able to win the game, I think they might have just done enough to get themselves to third place in the overall standings.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like that as well. Let's take a look at the match standings right now and figure out how much of an improvement is there on the overall standings. This is going to be coming up next, by the way. So, Team Sherlock, damn, 22 total points. That's nice. 10 kill points, 12 placement points. Team Mackle are going to be the ones to actually be at the top with 28 total points. 21 kill points, by the way, thanks to Prudge and his kill streak. 12 total kills on Prudge, by the way. And
Damn.
yeah, that is something that you gotta look out for. Prudge is just an absolute animal.
Yeah, he's a wild animal. 12 kills all by yourself? His team has 21? I mean, most teams struggle to get inside the double digit mark. Teams struggle to get inside the double digit mark. I mean, Sherlock's team has 10 kills, all of them combined. And then comes Praj all by himself picking up 12. That's a monstrous level of performance. It's almost like he's playing pubs. It doesn't even seem like this guy is in a tournament lobby.
I'm not even sure. Like, how can Praj put up such a dominating performance? Like every single time. Even the last time we had a streamer invitational, right? He had the highest number of kills. Even this time, he's just the one to go guns blazing, running around, jumping around the map, and finding all of these kills. I mean, how much do you grind Apex, man? Please tell me.
Team Axpac had a surprise contender this time around. They were the victims of Ryuga. He was able to hunt down two of the players and then he chased Axpac as well. And that's why Axpac's team did not have a decent performance this time around. Like they were able to win the first fight inside of Lava Fisher, but after that they fell victims to Ryuga and his Wrath. So that was pretty cool as well. Unfortunately, though, I think Sherlock has definitely overtaken Scout this time around because on the overall standings, there was a difference of 3 points between these two teams, and now Sherlock has an 11-point lead over Scout's team. So,
We did
without
see
further ado,
a yeah, we did see a particular shift coming out from the side of Team Scout as well, right? For the final match, we'll talk about that. Let's moving over towards the overall standings. If I'm not wrong, Crips was trying to say that, right?
yeah, let's take a look at the overall standings. And Team Mackle, oh my goodness, these guys have knocked the whole roof off the place. They blew it away. 115 points as they've breached triple digits.
Well, quite a domination indeed. Team Mackle going up ahead and putting up that big of a number, 115 total points. Following them is Team Axback with 85. Sherlock with 58. So you were right when you said that Sherlock might just go ahead and dethrone Scout of that third spot. Scout with 50 points on the fourth spot. And then from there on out, it's a different league whatsoever. Mafia with 35, Lord Bathura with 25. I'm pretty impressed to see Lord Bathura in the sixth spot, by the way. I expected Team Rebel to be up there because Team Rebel consistently have managed to stay alive in all of the match till the very end. This Team Lord Bathura, they tend to be kind of unfortunate when it comes down to the late zone rotations. Team Soya, on the other hand, on the eighth spot with 17 points, and yeah, Fatu, Bloodline, Stabby, Mercy, Bings, Pile, and Pinxus, they are going to be with 15, 13, 12, 10, and 6 points respectively. But yeah, the thing that I was trying to say, right, was if Team Scout would have been a lot more aggressive in the final match, if they would have racked up the kill points, right, they wouldn't have actually been challenged by the side of Team Sherlock. Because Team Sherlock, I feel like that if Team Scout would have just put up the kill points, right, like Team Mackle did, even though Team Mackle were not able to put up the champion, with Raj's performance, with his outstanding performance, they were able to grab 21 kill points in that particular match.
I mean,
So if Team Scout wouldn't have gone in for that passive aggressive kind of mode, right? I feel as if things might have been different.
But Team Scout was always playing very passively. Like even in the first game when they were able to win, they were basically just lurking and trying to gather information before they went in. They were inside that cave, just a little outside of village area towards Fragment, and that's how they were able to win the first game. And Mackle and Axeback, both of them had the same amount of placement points. So you see, even though Axeback was able to win 2 games, Mackle, his team with more consistent performance, was able to put up the same number of placement points as the other, but the difference was the kill points, and they had what I think 40 more kills than their opponents. That is
Yeah,
massive.
true that. And you are not wrong when you're saying that Team Scout were always in this particular mode, but we did see a little bit of a shift in, I guess, match number 3, where they were the ones to go ahead and engage the combat, and they did take a lot of fights.
Because the other teams came
Yeah,
towards them. The
exactly.
circle went
Yes.
towards Lava City, and that is Scout's
Yeah.
home ground.
But then again, you did see the fact that, when they took that early fight, they were not able to, sort of play off of that. And they did die way too early in match number 3, and they went down. So that is also, something to be put into light. The Team Scout, they have this particular strategy to stay alive till the very end, and it kind of works out for them, but at the same time does not always add up to the kill points, because they usually don't tend to take these fights. I mean, I know for a fact that Sneezy was only able to get one Kraber kill, but yeah, that was a cool one though. Kind of like to see
Yeah,
the
man.
Kraber in the final match.
Of course, Kraber action is always desirable.
Yep.
But yeah, for now, that does bring us to the end of the show for today. Do you have anything in store for us tomorrow, Assassin? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? We've got a couple of really exciting games, but do you think
Yep.
the whole day will be following a similar fashion as to what happened today, or will
Mhm.
something change tomorrow?
Maybe things might change, because the last time we hosted a streamer showdown for Apex Legends, the first day was kind of off for a lot of teams, but then the second day they all just popped out of nowhere. They were like too good when it comes down to their movement, it comes down to their aim game. So maybe all these guys are just gonna try and grind Apex the whole night. Maybe they're just gonna work on their strategies, work on what exactly they're supposed to do against these teams who are way too aggressive and who's just bouncing on towards them, especially someone like Praj. So how exactly they are supposed to tackle them? I'm gonna try and work on all of that, and maybe I'm gonna try and rack up the points tomorrow, as tomorrow is gonna be the final day of the Lenovo AMD Streamer Showdown, brought to you in association with Reliance Digital. But that was pretty much it for day number 1. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in for day 1 of this Apex Legends Streamer Showdown. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please go ahead and like the stream, and also let your Apex Legends gamer buddies know that tomorrow is going to be the final day of this particular showdown, and you guys are to expect a lot of fireworks for the final day as well. Till then, I'm going to be your cast assassin 47. With me alongside was Crips. We had a lot of fun casting this one out. See you folks tomorrow with more and more Apex Legends action. Till then, goodbye, good night, sweet dreams.